Welcome in and thanks for joining today's Stream Elements. Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Royal EC. Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Wazabai Def. Welcome in and thanks for joining today, SMC_May_I. An ad is about to start in 5,000 milliseconds on Twitch. There's an ad running for 180.
This just became a job.
Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you all. Happy Friday. Frackberg with the 50 months. Holy moly. Thank you for that continued support, brother. Appreciate you. The heckin' long time. Fitty. The big 5-0. Woo. Woo. For sure. Roy Lisi, Wasabi.
And thanks for joining today, Fregbird.
Helps when I'm not muted. Well, I was saying thank you for the 50. Wasabi, good to see you, buddy. Welcome in. Roy Lisi, good to see you. Welcome in. May, good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. And Fracky Boy coming in hot with the 50 months resub. We get started in just a second. I got the camera set up. I got the scene switcher working and activated. I tested it right before I started streaming. It's working then, but we'll see if it works live, right? And yeah, welcome in, early birds. Appreciate you being here right at the start. Unmuted just in time for the 50 part of the audio. Okay, good. How'd you know to unmute? I was just lucky, I guess, huh? You tested it before stream 100% broken when you got to use it. Go to use it. Yeah, that's how it goes, right? That is how it goes. Ooh-wee! Oh man, this teleprompter. I might have to get the Elgato teleprompter. Because this is like too inconsistent for me. It's either the app, the Duet Air app, or it's the iPad itself. Because it's an old iPad. It's like an iPad, I don't know, 4 or something like that. It's very old relative to the current. Oh. I thought it odd that I didn't hear the intro music. Oh, okay. Gotcha, Frackberg. All right, let's get 2 more minutes and we'll do the dance. That way we're right at the beginning. But we can say hi. Good to see you all. Thank you for being here. We're gonna dance in just a moment. I got my to-do list set up. We're gonna do wins of the week. We're gonna maybe talk about VS Code update, although it's not very. I mean, it's a nice update. It's always a nice update every month, but like, nothing feature-wise that really stands out to me that I'm excited about. So I don't really want to go too deep into it. Then we'll do Wordle connections. Right now, you all are up 9-7, by the way, on Wordle. You're winning 9 points to 7. And then we'll work on the Facecam scene switcher, the GitHub issues. In particular, last time we spoke was making it more snappy, which we kind of have that set now. And then I need to work on it being over secure WebSocket, so WSS instead of WS for when it's deployed. So, yes. Waves. Damn, where are the wave emotes? I don't know. There you go. Is it weird that I waved back? You waved back? No, that's not weird. That's cool. All right, it is 12:30. No, 1 more minute. 12:30 Eastern in about 30 seconds. But while we're waiting here, get your wins of the week. Start thinking about them. Get them queued up in your mind at least, so that you can share them when we start jumping into that.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Gralai.
Growl, hey, how's it going? How you been? Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Just getting warmed up before the official start here, which will happen in like 2 seconds now, actually. I wrote my win of the week on paper, so I didn't forget it. Nice, May. Good job. You're doing great, Growl. Good to hear. Good to hear. I'm glad to hear that. All right, we're going to do the dancing. I'm going to get the cameras unpaused. But hopefully they don't automatically switch. I mean, they can. I'm not ready for them to do that just yet. Oh, you ready, chat? Get your emotes ready to dance with me. It's working. Can it keep up with my face? Can it keep up? Keep up with my face. I'm so happy right now.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Danish Jar.
It's working like a charm. Eating up all my CPU, but I don't care. Awkward stares. No eyebrows yet. me. Scene changing. Bam, 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 bam. You can't handle it. You can't handle it. Claps in chat. Clap, clap. Victory! Screech! Ooh! All right.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Marcus Voice Coder. Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Clarkio.
I'm glad Clarkio's here today too. It'd be an awkward stream if he wasn't. How are you all doing? Oh man, that just made that's my win right there. It worked. It worked right off the bat, pretty seamlessly, pretty snappy, and it was all hands-free, and I was able to just do my thing. Chair stream? It could be a chair. We can set up the camera to detect when the chair is facing the camera. Marcus, yo, in your face, who needs a cameraman? Exactly, right? Exactly.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Rugmat.
Oh, Rugmat, you did. You just you're seconds off. You just missed it, buddy. Sorry. And it was all hands-free using the Facecam scene switcher, using AI and web development stuff. Which we're going to be working on it more today, so you'll see that in action. But it was fantastic. It worked like a charm, like a glove. It fit like a glove. All right, so wins of the week. Get them running in your mind. Get them thoughted about, funked about, thinking about it. Whatever the right word is. English is my native language, my primary language, and pretty much my only language, and I still fumble with it. In any case, welcome into the Clarkio Shenanigan Show. You are here at the beginning, pretty much. If you're just joining, like Rugmat, you just missed the awkward dance and like terrible dad moves that I have. But I'm sitting in my chair and I'm having a good time, and we're all smiling and enjoying that song, The Waves by Weymouth. So there is that glass half full positive part of it. Okay. Anyway, welcome into the Clarkio Shenanigan Show every Friday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on Twitch and YouTube.com at Clarkio. Clarkio. That's how you can find it all out every week. Drop a follow, like the video on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube, and you'll be able to see it every week that I am live and here doing all these wacky, weird things. That's what you get. If that's what you like, you're in the right place. And I'll deliver. Or at least it says Andar dance. Andar dance. Now you spending less energy holding the camera. Should dance more. I know you put kidding in there, but I don't know. I might dance more now that I can.
Lion.
Miriam Dandelion. Did you see that? Am I live still on YouTube? Is it just Twitch? I should be back now. Hello? 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 Twitch is back. Okay. Miriam, am I still up on YouTube over there? Hello? What? I'm watching my own stream on a laptop and I don't see my face. You all see me? My internet cut out there for a second. Oh, there we go. I see my face on there now. Weird. Miriam, thanks for being there over on YouTube and watching. I see you. I'm glad you see me, considering the internet cut out in the middle of that. What was the last thing you saw me do? Did you see me do the whole? Maybe? I don't know. I hope that was in there, because that was very well done on my part. Time to start the stream again, including the dance. Good try, Rugmat. Good try. You did not see that. Well, now you did. Oh man, I hope it's in the VOD. Maybe Miriam saw it on YouTube. Anyway, welcome in. Happy to have you here. Happy Friday to you all. Get your wins of the week queued up. If you don't know what that is, there's a command in chat, !WOTW, to learn more about that. The short of it is,
welcome in and thanks for joining today, clarkio bot. Welcome in and thanks for joining today, clarkio.
I'm here twice. WTTR Yeg?
Today, Rugmat
butt. So instead of Rugmat's bot, it's Rugmat's butt that's helping us learn the weather. The weather in whatever the short abbreviation is for YEG over on Twitch, that is, by the way. All right, so wins of the week. One of my wins I'm going to call out right there is that the face cam scene switcher tool was working. Now I need to get it working in production and deployed there so I can just go to my website and do it instead of having to run it in development mode. But it's working and it works seamlessly. So that's one win of the week. What was my other one? I had another one that I just forgot. Gosh darn it. Oh, my other one, it's really there's two things going on next week. We are launching for my work. So those of you that don't know, I'm a developer advocate at Sneak, which is a developer security company. We provide software to developers and security teams to help them find and fix vulnerabilities in their applications, whether it's using containers, whether it's in your own code, whether it's in your dependencies, or if you're doing things like infrastructure as code, it helps out with that type of thing. That said, I have been, basically my charter for this year has switched from the past year in that I'm focusing on making educational, entertaining videos around that topic that will naturally tie into Sneak and what we offer there. And that program, I have 5 videos in the queue now, and we're going to start launching them this Monday, April 8th. So I'm very excited about that. So we've been preparing the launch of that this week, along with I've recorded another video earlier this week. So very excited about that. That's a win. And then another win is I'm going to go, it's really for next week, but it'll be my win of the week next week, I guess, basically, is I'm going to get to see my team, a lot of my team, because we're all going to this conference called Dev Nexus. If you're in the area and you want to meet up, let me know. Hit me up on Discord. Speaking of, to join the Discord, the link for that is !Discord. If you go to clarkio.com/Discord for the invite, you can join up there. And that's the best way to get in touch with me, keep up to speed with things when I am not live. So if you'd like to, hit me up there if you're in the area and you want to meet up, or if you're going to be at Dev Nexus, you come by our booth. We're going to have a booth there. So there you go. Miriam says, you have a charter, ? Like a personal charter or a company charter? Personal/team charter, basically, is like, let's work on making educational, entertaining videos for our YouTube channel and build up our Sneak YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/sneak, sneak, short for security. And yeah, so I'm excited about that. I've been enjoying working on that. Glad to see a lot of support and buy-in from my direct leadership, both my manager and my skip, and then our executive level too is on board with it. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing. I'm a little nervous. I'm glad I got videos done and I'm really proud of the videos, but I'm a little nervous to see how they perform. But at the same time, it's just fun making them and doing them. So there's that, and seeing what the editing team does, because they help us with editing, along with my personality, if you will, help make it a little more fun and humorous, the videos that we have. Some of them are more humorous than others. You'll get to see that. So if you want to check that out, actually, I should give you the link here, youtube.com/sneaksec. So if you want to see more of me and like what I do work-wise, that type of thing, you should subscribe over to the Sneak YouTube channel. And if you want to learn about developer security stuff in particular too. So if you like me and you like the content that I produce and put out, and or you're interested in developer security content and learning more about that, then I recommend you check out the Sneak channel. Now, what we're going to be doing is a lot of the videos that you see there right now are going to go offline essentially, with with the exception for a few handful of them.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Ayush Sharma.
Software security, Ayush. Ayush's question was security or security as in hardware security or software security? Software security. So a lot of those videos are going to go offline, and that because we're basically going to start like from a clean slate essentially. So it's going to be a fun experiment to see how things go and how well the content performs. So yeah, check it out. Subscribe to the channel there if you'd like. If you're interested in that type of thing. Things are launching on Monday, April 8th. In fact, I personally subscribe to the channel, and I don't know why I don't see it here. But yeah, this is the one that's going to launch on Monday. I'll drop that in the chat too. That one in particular. Top 3 JWT, JSON Web Token security best practices. So you can check that out. In addition to that, we have a bunch of YouTube shorts that are clipped out of the video that are going to be going out throughout the week into the weekend. That will be like little snippets of it that are like little tips and tricks that you can just kind of pull out in standalone videos to help people. And yeah, we'll see how those do too, how well they perform and whatnot. In any case, I saw some of your videos in the VS Code channel. Nice. Yes, that was back in my days when I was working there and doing VS Code videos with them. So that was another win of the week. The other win is good. I'm going to see my team. Oh, I have a funny story from this morning to share with you all. So we walk my oldest daughter to the bus stop in the mornings, and I had Bauer with me, and then it was my wife and my 2 kids. My youngest walks with us too. They were like lagging behind a little bit because my youngest was like, oh, I want to wear my these big like rain boot things, even though it's not rain, and she just she wants to wear what she wants to wear. So we're like, okay. But she's like, they're bigger, they're really big for her. They were for my oldest, but she's kind of, actually I think she could still wear them. So they're like for her size basically. And so my youngest is like, they're big and clunky, so she's kind of walking more slowly, and Bauer's like wanting to go, so I'm walking ahead with him. And I'm maybe 2 houses away from them in the neighborhood about, and all of a sudden where they were in front of this one house, the sprinklers turned on, and they just got sprayed all over, and they screamed and yelled and ran, and it was just kind of funny. And I turned around just at the right moment to see that happen, because I was like, all right, Bauer, let's stop and wait for them because we're getting too far ahead. And I turned around just at the right time to see that and witness that, and it was quite fun. They all handled it pretty well, and it wasn't too bad. It was like a quick spray, and then they ran away. So that was fun to see. Miriam says, subbed, really interested to see what you all talk about. We use JWTs in our apps often. Nice. That's awesome to hear, Miriam. Yeah, so we're going to have, I can tell you the videos that are in the pipeline, if so that you can have an idea of what's going to come out on a weekly basis. We're going to be releasing them every week, basically. And then the YouTube shorts related to each video for that week will go out too. So we're starting with the JWT one. I don't know what we're going to pick for the second one, but we have in the queue, we have one on GitHub Actions, environment variables, and secrets. I really enjoyed doing that one. Top 10 modern Node.js features that you should use in start looking into using for 2024 that are super helpful. And what else? Why you should use an open source vulnerability scanner like Sneak. That's the 4th one. 5th one, I think, is the top 5 VS Code extensions. Top 5 security VS Code extensions, because like lots of people do, top extensions that they use for web development or for whatnot, but there isn't really a lot out there about security extensions. So we have a blog post on it too, but put a video together based on the blog post for those. And I think that's how to choose the best Node.js Docker image too, which was super helpful to work on that, because that helped me learn more about what to do when it comes to Docker images in general, let alone for Node.js. So what is that? That's 5. That's 6. That's 6 videos. So I got 6 weeks of buffer time to make more videos too. And I really wanted to yesterday make a video on cross-site scripting, but I ran into a snag with the demo I was trying to do and put together for it, and it delayed me. I was really trying to record, basically script and record a video yesterday into this morning, and it just wasn't happening. And I was like, all right, it is what it is. Because I wanted to get it over to our editing team while I was away next week, because I'm not going to be able to record it, because I only record at home, so I'm not going to be able to record while I'm out and about. Although, maybe I can do a different style video while I'm at the conference. I wonder. I need to think on that more. But anyway, how are you all doing? What's your wins of the week? Get those queued up in the chat, and that way we can celebrate your wins together. Again, and like, think about this. It doesn't have to be something huge. It doesn't have to be like, oh, I got a new job, or I got a promotion, or something like that. You know, like, it could be something as simple. The idea is just an exercise to challenge yourself, to think about something positive that happened this week to you, and not dwell so much on the negative. Speaking of which, like, I was struggling with that this week a little bit too. In that I was dwelling on some negative stuff. Like, one of those negative things being, like, yesterday I had set out with the objective of getting a video done, and I didn't, and it really bummed me out that I didn't do it in time before I had to, you know, do family stuff and whatnot. So, even more of a reason to keep exercising this wins of the week thing. All right. So how are you all doing? What wins of the week do you have? I think I saw someone drop one earlier. May, win of the week, back to taking 10,000 steps a day. That's awesome to hear, May. Congrats on that. Very happy to hear it. Miriam says, now that you've started making videos, they're going to keep expecting videos. Yes. But, well, I'm curious what you mean by who's they? Subscribers? My job? I think in either case it's both, but I'm curious what you were thinking. And Miriam suggested that maybe you can interview some of the conference attendees. That's an interesting idea. I need to get... That's a very interesting idea. I like that idea a lot, Miriam. Thank you for suggesting it. I need to... one thing I struggled to do is... So I have this camera, which is essentially the same as the one that's... well, it's actually not the same. This is an older version, but very similar. And so I have yet to find, I don't know where, because I have, for folks that don't know, like when I stream with one of these types of cameras, a mirrorless camera, I use a dummy battery so that I can power it from an outlet or receptacle, whatever you want to call it, get continuous power and not deal with batteries dying while I'm streaming. And I don't know where I put the actual batteries that go in there. And there was a couple of days, months ago, that I was like searching high and low. And this is the problem when you just throw everything to a junk drawer type of thing. And I cannot for the life of me find... I should have two batteries, essentially one for each one. And both batteries should be compatible between these models, even though this is an older model. I can't find the battery for this newer one or the older one. And so, but anyway, Miriam, you got me thinking, like, if I had the batteries and I could charge them up, I can take that with me and record on the go, and then send that off to our editing team and see what we do there. Although I don't know how the microphone would come across with that. I would need to buy one of those little mountable microphones that go on top of it to make it sound a little bit better. I have a question about AWS. I mean, you're welcome to ask the question, Ayush, and I'll do my best to answer it, but I'm not that familiar with AWS. Trackwork says exercise is overrated. Is it now? Mr. Bikes like practically every day. Exercises practically every day. What is this music? Piano. Why is piano included in this? Let's try something different. Calming cinematics? Should we try that? 80. I don't like songs with words in them though. Oh, that's peaceful. Tweet, tweet. Cricket, cricket. Ribbit, ribbit. Is any of the ABS tech is open source? I would imagine, I don't know 100% for sure, but I would imagine some of what they do is open source, right? We're gonna go with chill bass for a little bit. Okay. All right. Sounds like ocean waves. Yeah, right. Any other wins of the week while we're still chatting about that? If not, if you think of one later on, feel free to drop in the chat. Doesn't have to be just during this intro segment of the show. But we like to start off the stream that way on a positive note. So thank you everyone that has shared a win of the week this week. I think I was saying, like, it could be something small, like you know, had a PB&J sandwich. It's your favorite sandwich or something. I don't know. You had some ice cream today. Whatever it may be, let us know. All right, I'm going to move on, though. If I see more, we'll call it out and celebrate together. So the next thing I want to cover is the VS Code update a little bit, kind of. I mean, if you didn't notice already, it came out just yesterday, I want to say. And maybe the day before. And it's a good update. They always have solid updates. There's just nothing that really stands out to me that I'm like, oh wow, that's a huge improvement type of thing. So you can apply, I mean, this I think to some people really is one of the bigger ones, and that's why they name it first. Apply custom editor labels. So if you think about it, like you got a project and load that back up, and maybe you know, you got a bunch of the same file names but under different folders, like index.js. How can you easily visually distinguish them between tabs? Well, you can customize that a bit more with this custom editor labels like this one, right? Index.js loading, index.js on the icon menu, CRUD modal, and so forth. You can go in through the settings, workbench editor, custom labels, patterns, and set up the way that gets displayed for you. Like that right there. So that's a big one. I don't run into that too often, so I'm not too worried about it. And a lot of times, honestly, I use the picker, the file picker, Control P or Command P, right? And I just insert, you know, I'll go, I want that one, right? And then if I'm done, Control W, and so forth. Index. Oh, there's a bunch of indexes. I know I want the one either in this page or in here, right? Boom, ready to go. So that's how I roll. So I don't run it. That's why it's not that big of a deal to me. Lock scrolling is nice when you have two editors side by side. Again, I don't feel like I run into that too often, so that's why it's not a huge deal to me. Let me show the example so that you can see. Right, they stay in sync that way. Nice to have. Test coverage API, that's good. Folding markers in the minimap. I'm not a fan of the minimap. As you can see, I don't have it enabled. So there's that. And then they always throw in like notebooks, Copilot, Python, which I believe are important. Again, it's just not really relevant to the type of stuff that I'm doing lately. So, oh, they added quick search improvements. This is probably the one that stands out the most to me. Just like the visual layout of when you're searching for stuff, sticky file paths, that type of thing. Is nice quality of life improvements there. I think that's about it for me. Restart extensions without reload and update extensions with VS Code releases. That's cool. That's nice. That's actually a little relevant to me because of the extensions that I plan to work on more. That type of thing. File compare is a good addition. Is that listed out here, or is it somewhere deep in the weeds? That's the thing. Sometimes the ones that they highlight here aren't actually like, I don't know, like they miss some of the. What do? They bury the lead. Right, that term, that expression, in the sense that sometimes there's a feature that's like, whoa, that's actually huge. Why is that not highlighted in the highlighted list at the top? That type of thing. Which I think there was some of that with like that typically happens for me as a web developer. TypeScript updates that they incorporate. This is what you're talking about, right, Ayush? Mesa sounds like the ocean. I buy the PB&J in the jar. Fair enough, fair enough. New link formats, testing, test coverage. There we go. Smart inserting of images and links in Markdown. That's a nice quality of life improvement. I would highlight that. And then that's it. You know, and then it goes into notebooks, which I don't really do. These are actually, here's the thing though, where I find a lot of value in notebooks. So typically, especially myself, when I first heard about notebooks and like what they're about, if you look at them, they're mostly based on Python, like IP, interactive Python notebook, I think is what the IPYNB's extension is about. But you can actually create notebooks for other programming languages. And the reason that's interesting is you can use it as like a scratch pad. So there's been times where like I need to do date time math, for example, and I want to make sure I get it right and I want to see the output. A lot of times I'll open up like the browser and just do it in the console, or well, in that case, probably won't work because I might be relying on a third-party library like DateFNS or something like that, or Moment.js, which is deprecated now, by the way.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Dust.
And so that's where I see a lot of value in notebooks in VS Code, is that you could. The other option for this that a lot of people use is an extension called, it's a paid extension called Quokka. Not that one. This one by Wallaby.js. You can use it for free up to an extent. And that kind of lets you create like a new empty file, and it will detect that, like Quokka extension will detect that that's JavaScript code that you're writing, and then like evaluate it for you and show you the results of that in line in some cases and whatnot. So I think Quokka is nice. I think it can be worth the price of their extension that you would need to subscribe to. What was I saying? Sorry, I got distracted by that. There's a feature that Burke shared on the VS Code channel, the shorts. Basically, if you're running at a terminal space, I know I'm going off on a tangent from that last tangent, but I'll stick with me here. If you use VS Code and you use the built-in terminal a lot, oftentimes I will find myself where I'm like, I need more like real estate, because sometimes I'm zoomed in for like a video, right? And I will hide the sidebar like that on the activity bar there, but I still run into things where it's still not enough space. I wonder, and then so that's why I was like, all right, let me align the paddle justify, and that way I can even have the side panel open still without losing space. So that's kind of nice. I forgot about that. Anyway, a little quick tip call out for you all. What was I talking about? Quokka. What? No. Next song. No words in songs. So notebooks, you can. It's way too big for me. There's a Node.js notebook, I think, made by Node.js notebooks, which does a lot of the setup for you. And that way you can create a new notebook that's based on Node.js and JavaScript, and you can test out that way. Dust, great to see you, by the way. Just give me a damn console. Glad I'm not the only person to do that. Was that in reference to the notebooks, or I forget what that was?
Joining today, Manatee_on_speed.
What's up, Manatee? Hi to you as well. How you doing? What's happening? Ayush's IPYNB is an IDE bot now. Is it? I did not realize that. Miriam says, did you say abhorrent over on YouTube? Are you not a Copilot fan? Just curious. No, I didn't say abhorrent. Maybe I misspoke, or I didn't enunciate the words I was saying clearly. I was just saying that what was I saying? They're not always relevant for me. Usually the last 4 or 5 bullet points they put in the top list here with these VS Code releases are not of huge relevance to me and what I'm doing currently, project-wise and coding-wise. So, but I am a fan of Copilot. Okay, no worries, Miriam. Yeah, I'm a fan of Copilot. I use it. I subscribe to it. I have toyed with the idea of like some of the other Copilot-esque services that are out there, but I haven't. Like, I think Tab 9 is another one, but I haven't really jumped into those quite yet. And some of them have like a very generous free tier in addition to Copilot, but I just haven't made the jump yet. And I've enjoyed the use of Copilot so far. It's not perfect, but it definitely speeds up my workflow. So I'm a fan of it. Yeah, you could do all kinds of notebooks. There's C# notebooks. There's notebooks for like everything. I think if you just search notebooks, even we can see some polyglot notebooks. Maybe this. Oh, this is by Microsoft. Use multiple languages in one notebook with full language server support for each language. What does it support? Look at this, actually. I didn't even realize this. So it supports, you just install this one, the polyglot one, directly from Microsoft. C#, F#, PowerShell, JavaScript, SQL, Kusto query language. What? Python, R, not yet HTML or Mermaid, but HTTP. Wait, how do you write HTTP? Does that mean it does like REST? Like you can call a REST API from it? That'd be pretty nifty. Actually, this is probably worth sharing with you all. In fact, I might even install it. There you go. Good call, Miriam. Get me on that path there. So yeah, notebooks can be super helpful. It's great like if you're writing like an interactive guide too. If you want to teach like a topic or something like that in programming, I would lean on notebooks to do that. I personally haven't done that yet. I haven't taken my own advice, but I see it as a super valuable tool for that purpose as well. Release says Tab 9 has a nice free tier. I've been using it for a while. Been lovely. Oh, okay, that's good to hear. Marcus says also SQL. Yeah. That's pretty wild. It supports a lot of languages right. So that's nice. Nice to see. I wonder when was this first released? It was first published in 2020. I guess I had never noticed it before. Notice it's listed under .NET Tools, .NET Interactive. So I think this used to be the .NET Interactive because I remember there being a .NET one, and it looks like they just moved this over from being specifically just .NET and including more to get more usage from the community. But typically, those of you that are familiar with notebooks, you set up Jupyter, create Jupyter notebooks for Python, and do a lot of like data analysis and calculations and machine learning type stuff. It's often used, or creating graphs. So, GraphQL notebook, that's nice. All right, let's get off that tangent. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the features that standing out to me. Again, always solid work by the VS Code team. Always impressive to see how much they release each month, and big props to them. It's just specifically to me, there aren't a lot of features in this one that are like big bang. Like, oh my gosh, I'm glad that I'm so happy to, like it's like that's gonna have a significant impact on my development workflow type of thing. So check it out. New VS Code release March 2024, version 1.88 is out now, and hopefully you learn something new, and that'll help you out. Check it out. Manatee says, I don't know if you can use Studio Code on Chromebook. When you say Studio, you mean like Visual Studio, the like full-blown IDE for C#.NET development, or like I'm talking Visual Studio Code right now? Marcus says, I have the terminal in its own window. Yeah, understandable. I used to do that. I like having it using the one in VS Code because of the it's just less context switching for me. It does this well enough on its own. I haven't run into too many issues, none that I can recall off the top of my head right now, where I needed to go into a separate terminal. Maybe if I needed admin privileges or something like that and I wanted to run a command, then I would do it that way, in a separate terminal, that type of thing. All right, did I miss anything else in chat? Browser dev tools. Okay, yeah. So yeah, stuff. I would do that too. I just open up the browser dev tools and I'm like, hey, let me test this code out in the console. I'll be like, let x equal blah. Maybe, and like a lot of times I'll be like x dot slice or something, right? And I'm trying to remember, how do I do that? Let's see what it comes up with, right? All that fun stuff. Glad I'm not alone on that either, Dust. How are you doing, buddy? How are things going with Atom and that fun project? It's awesome to see. I've been lurking, if you will, and applauding you along the way. Seeing I'm in the Discord and I see the updates that you all have, and it's awesome to see the progress that you've made. Not to put you on the spot or call you out, sorry. You just ignore me if you'd like. All right, what else did I want to... All right, so we covered that. Now we're going to do Wordle. All right, so reminder to folks.
Come in and thanks for joining today, Bald Bearded Builder.
What's up, Triple B? I was talking to Dust in particular. That's what you're asking about? Or you're just trolling me on something? I never know with you anymore whether you're being serious or you're trolling. All right, so when it comes to Wordle, for folks that are new or don't know, basically I'm in a competition with you all. So you don't want to help me. You actually want to try and deter me from guessing the word. The reason being is if I guess it in 3 or less guesses, I get a point. If I guess it in 3 or in 4 or more guesses, you get a point. And if I fail it completely, you get 3 points. As of right now, the score is 7-9. So I was close. I had a chance last week to catch you all, but you got a point. And so I'm going to try and catch back up again today by getting it in 3. Triple B, that's what I'm asking about. I don't know what you're asking about. Farts. Roy says, I has to go as per usual for the month thing. See you soon. Good luck on the Wordle. Or bad luck, I mean. Shoo. Yeah. No worries, Roy. Have a good rest of your Friday and weekend. And I will see you in the next stream. All right, I'm off to a good start, chat. Unfortunately for you, because I got RT and S's in the word. Now, is it like rusty? Because that puts the T in the same spot. Maybe it's reset. I like that, but I don't like using the double E. Resit? Resit? Did that work? Okay, I'm glad I did that. All right, so we know there's no E, there's an I now, and the T is at the end. I have a good chance of getting this on the third guess. I'm in a good position right now to catch up. It's up to me to lose this. Is it shirt? It's shirt, isn't it? Send it. No! Oh, man! All right, chat, you're at least getting a point, maybe 3. Son of a gun. Oh, biscuits. Marcus says trust. Marcus, you shouldn't be trying to help me. Or you're trying to throw me off. I'll be back in a bit, boy. I'm not leaving forever. It's more like for eating. Okay, yeah, no worries. Or at least it's definitely not trust. Oh, man.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Veldathus.
Veldathus! Good to see you. How are you? How have you been? What is it going to be? Now I don't know. Now, well, we know the R is, so it's like X-R-I-S-T. Wrist? Wrist. It's wrist. Dang it. Oh, so close. I don't want to make an account. So close, chat. Missed it by 1. All right, so this is your reminder. Join up on the Discord. Go into the Wordle channel. And you can see, I'm going to update it right now. Jump to that section. Edit this. Chat, you have 10 points now. Congrats on reaching double digits. Oh, and now we got April 5th. Save. Jump to recent. If you want to join the Discord, yep, thank you for that, Roy Lacey, doing that command. clarkio.com/Discord. Miriam says, oh, I barely made it. Barely made it. We share our results there. Rugmat beat us this week, too. Or this one. Got it in 3 out of 6. Nice job, Rugmat. All right, next up is connections. We're going to play that together. Rugmat did a nice job. Got it in order, too. from easiest to hardest. So let's see if we can match. I like to shuffle one. I like to refresh, and then I like to shuffle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at least. Get it in the order. All right, what do we think? Where do we? So if you haven't played this before, we got to find 4 words that are connected in some way or another. What's their category that they fit within? For instance, like Goldilocks is like a Goldilocks and the Three Bears. You know, something like that. I don't know if they somehow come together in that regard. We got maintain, we got harbor, dry, couch, hold. Maintain and hold. We gotta get 4 words together. Miriam and Beldathis. So we gotta get like Goldilocks, bear, I don't know, table, and chair. You know, something like that, right? Not that those actually go together necessarily, but you gotta figure it out. What's their connection? And you can only make up to 4 mistakes, otherwise you lose it completely. So like chair, table, couch, bed are all like furniture, so maybe that they go together, right? Chair, couch, bed, table. Chair, couch, bed, table. Yeah. So like maybe their connection is that's all furniture. You want to try that? We could try that. Rugmat gave a wink, so that's a yes. All right, good job. Good job, chat. So now we got to find the other ones. And they get progressively harder. So, like, to give you an idea, yellow is supposed to be straightforward. Oftentimes, honestly, even though they label it that way, sometimes it's not straightforward. It's like flip. And then purple's supposed to be the trickiest one. So, we got... Oh, I forgot to get my water. I'll run and get that after this. Sweet. Dry. No. Full. Ironic. Tinder. I don't see another category. Maintain, balance. Harbor. Hold. You're holding something, you're harboring something, no, these don't go with that then. Full of something. Full of doo-doo. Caca. Sweet, dry, balanced Goldilocks. Sweet, dry, balanced Goldilocks. I think I could see that. Like, this porridge is too cold. This one's too hot. I'll send it, Ayush. Ready? Oh, one away, though. One away, so maybe it's not Goldilocks. Goldilocks is like a fairy tale story. I don't know if it's just US centric or not, but it's like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, that little kids fairy tale story or something like that. You think full? Yep, there we go. Wine tasting descriptors. I would not have guessed that being the category, but okay. I feel like maintain, harbor, hold, and Tinder maybe go together. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Beldathis, Goldilocks, and bear probably go together. But I don't know what else would be the other. I think that's just like sometimes they put these things in there to throw you off on purpose. I'm thinking maintain, harbor, hold, and maybe Tinder. But Tinder is like Tinder would, right? To help start a fire. Yellow ones are first one to solve. That is so strange. Yeah. Well, that's the idea. You don't necessarily have to solve it in that order. It's just telling you which ones are the expected to be the easiest to the hardest, based on yellow to green to blue to purple. Another thing to note is sometimes that they're connected by this. Like, it'd be like fire ant, fire drill, fire island, fire opal, whatever the heck that is. You know? I guess it is not rigged. Yeah. Maybe. Maybe not. Sorry, I'm just looking at a work message real quick. Okay. So what do you think, chat? Maintain harbor, hold ironic. Maintain harbor, hold ironic. All right, May, I'll send that. Oh, one away. I think it might be. Oh, maybe it's bear? It might be bear. Yep, it was bear. Carry as a feeling. I bear this. I harbor that feeling. I hold that feeling. I maintain that feeling. I can see that. All right, now what do we think? Let's take guesses. Goldilocks, Tinder, ironic, and leadership. I have no heckin' clue what would be the connection between these 4 words. Miriam says, I'm going to have to play this game a few times to get the hang of it. I lost and I have no idea why. Yeah, I feel that, Miriam. I was definitely in the same boat when I first started playing it. Power politics, you think, Ayush? Frackwork says lead, iron, tin, gold. Oh, it's one of those. I hate those connections. Oh, I hate when they do those types of connections. Starting with metals. That's so... Oh, it's so frustrating. Good catch, though, Frackberg. Good catch. They've been doing that more and more lately. Starting with, like, words that have... They're starting with colors or acronyms or some BS like that. It's so frustrating. Again, I don't know why I keep playing this game, but I do. I do. I like getting frustrated. I don't know. But thanks everybody for helping contribute to connections and playing that along with me and the Wordle. And now, you know, just an hour into stream, we're on good time. We're gonna jump right into the coding and tech segment. But it is tricky for sure. Yeah, you should. You can't lie to us. You know you enjoy the suffering, says Frackbert. Yeah, I think that's part of it for sure. All right, you're winning 10. All right, now we're gonna work on Facecam Scene Switcher GitHub issues. So, where we left off from last stream. Well, I guess let me demonstrate for people to get everybody on the same page. This is likely not running anymore because this isn't running anymore. Get this running, and then I can show you. So if you missed it at the beginning of the stream, I do a goofy dance with my moves while dancing in a chair because I'm a dad. I do my dad moves. And in the past, the objective of this project is to enable me to be able to switch between my camera angles that I have. I have 3 camera angles as of right now. And I would manually switch between those scenes like this. I'd be like, boom, 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 boom. Okay? But I built out this tool now that will track my cameras for when I'm looking at them. Like this, ready? As soon as I look at the camera where I'm normally looking at you all, it's going to switch to the scene that's correlated to that. Bam! And if I look at this camera, bam, bam, bam. You see? So we did all that. We made it a little bit snappier. It does feel snappy, right, chat? It feels snappy when I'm switching that quickly. And then I can pause them so that it doesn't do the tracking anymore. And we're good to go. He really built this to humble brag on his Zoom meetings. Dude, if I set up all 3 cameras for a Zoom meeting, that's not a bad idea, Frackberg. That is not a bad idea at all. Because I've been talking about how I've been working on this with my manager, because she's like, hey, you know, I know you've been focusing on videos a lot lately, but I know you enjoy coding still. Have you been finding a way to incorporate that? And I'm like, yeah, well, and you know, and he saw in one of my updates that we do, that I talked about this project. It's like, oh yeah, it's a super interesting project. So I should join a team meeting and do that. That's a great idea, Beckberg. I love that. Rugmat just redeemed dance time? Okay. All right, we'll do it. You get one stream, one extra dance a stream, so let's do it. Can you even hear the music? Yeah. You just gotta turn it. It'll get louder. Music's good. Okay. All right, I'm gonna have to unpause this as soon as I look at a camera. This one's for you, Rugmat. It's for you, buddy. Just making sure it switched cameras. Hands free. All right, everybody clap. Awkward stairs. Eyebrow dance. A little finicky. Sometimes it thinks the back of my head is looking at this camera here. Who claps like this? Woo! Happy Friday! Happy Friday! There you go, Rugmat. Congratulations. Hope it was worth all the Bower Bones that you just spent to redeem an extra dance time.
Thanks for joining today, Emilionite.
Emilionite, good to see you. Good timing. Rugmat just nicely set you up for being able to see that midstream. Was it worth it, Rugmat? Was it worth it? Bower Bones, Bower Bones. You must have a good amount of Bower Bones, huh? Definitely worth it. What's up, Clarkio in chat? Good to see you, Milonite. Not much going on. What's your win of the week? If you got one to share, drop it in the chat. If not, no pressure. No worries. Just want to celebrate with you. We are I was just doing a quick demonstration, and then Rugmat redeemed dance time, so I had to use the cameras. I was doing a demonstration of the latest project we've been working on from stream to stream, which is this face cam scene switcher tool that I have deployed out on my website at clarkio.com/streamtools, but it's not quite working there. It's only working locally right now. So I have some tweaking to do. We tracked that by adding some issues last stream. In fact, well, I added one that we forgot from last stream, which was add the use of a secure WebSocket, which is one of the hiccups that I'm running into in production on my website. But then a couple other things, like double check that tracking fully stops in there, and resources are released that are being used for that tracking from the AI library. Read camera configuration from local storage instead of the browser elements, because I'm doing that right now. I'm just like going query selector browser elements values instead of what's in configuration. I want that to be the source of truth, and so forth, right? And then the other thing is like essentially tweaking the algorithm, if you will, or logic that I have to determine when I am looking at a camera versus not looking at a camera. Because as you can see, when I was going through that dance last time, sometimes it thinks the back of my head it's detecting a face because it's like the shape of the head. But that's where I think we need to start incorporating like the eyes and things like that, because some of these metrics like the liveness, the face score, the pitch, isn't that kind of a weird thing? Your face gets a score. I think it's like how confident it is that it's a face, essentially, is what the face score means. The pitch and yaw, so like how is the head tilted towards the camera, away from the camera, that type of thing. And then if you want to, this is what we incorporated last stream actually, is a frame delay. So like how long do I have to have, how many frames in the camera's pictures that is rolling through does the AI need to detect a face? Oh, I was like, what's that noise? How many frames before basically how many frames does a face need to look at the camera before you say it is indeed looking at that camera, right? So, and the reason being is there's a situation where like this camera on my left, then there's a camera in the middle, and then there's a camera to the right over here. And so sometimes I might be going from the left camera all the way to the right camera, and I don't want this middle one to necessarily pick up and switch to that scene right away. So, yeah. Damn, the camera judges how ugly you are? Yeah. Yeah, Mile Knight. It's giving me a face score. You can see my face score here was below the threshold at that point. My face score in this camera was 0.27, and in this camera was only 33.33. Crazy. Look at that beautiful face. Come on. How could it not give me a better score? No, I think it's just how much it detects a full face, essentially, is the idea. So, all right, what I want to try working on first is probably like one of the simpler things is getting the configuration, not that one. Actually, we completed this. When was it completed though? Go to commits. It was last week. Right there. We'll go to issues. We can close this one out. This was completed in, and then paste the commit. Close the commit. And then we could go, it's reference now, you know? Add configurable frames threshold. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. Look at that. We already closed an issue. All right, so let's do this one. This one should be quick and easy. And then maybe we'll do this one next, which will be a little bit more time consuming because you got to deploy it, wait for the deploy to finish, and then go to my website and do it. All right, so quick and easy one. Oops, didn't mean to zoom in on that. We're gonna go into here, and no, not there. We're gonna go into this, and where am I pulling those values? Right here. Get camera thresholds. So I should be able to, using the util function, which is camera config. Camera config has get camera config by camera ID. So it's nice that I have that already. So I can say, hey, const camera config equals, camera config by camera ID. And now the threshold, pitch threshold is going to be camera config dot pitch What is this returning? I need to tell it that it returns in iCamera config. Or undefined. Because find. Hey, that worked. Oh, Rugman, I'm going to mark that. Royally says, I-ish back. Was wondering if normal words were a color to this bot. There you go. Kind of worked, I guess. Alright, so now that I'm returning that, I can say... if camera config get this out because we're doing that now. I'm gonna say, hey. Smoothie time. What is this? Almond butter, spinach, and banana. And look at the straw. It's green. That's why it's kind of cutting in and out. Time to green screen. Time to green screen round uwu. Mmm. Ooh, that's real good. Very good. Thank you. All right. I want to do... Actually, can I pull it out? I could just be like, hey... It should be well... We can do this. We can deconstruct. We can say pitch, threshold, comma... We know what type it's returning, right? Stop. Do it as iCamera config, just for now. And we can be like, okay, what do we want? More. What do we want? More. What do we want? Yaw. Right? But the thing is, it could be undefined, right? Cannot redeclare block scope variable. Yeah. Comment all this out. And the problem with this is it's gonna be like, hey, it could be undefined. Or let's do that. Right, that way it's just undefined, and then we can just return it. We can return this, right? That's pretty succinct. That drink is super fancy. Thank you, Miriam. Courtesy of Mrs. Clarkio. We got an ad starting shortly, so just a heads up on that over on Twitch. During the ad, I'll get up and step out. We'll do a stretch when I come back. That type of thing. But I think this is working out just fine. However, complaining. Possibly undefined. We could maybe do a default then, in that case. Or say zeros across the board. Oh. Should I do it like that? I feel like there's probably a shorter-hand way to do that, right? Let's see if it's working.
This
An ad
just
is about to
became a
start in
job.
5,000 milliseconds on Twitch. There's an ad running for 90.
Hey, Sean A. Thank you for the 72 months resub on Twitch there. Holy moly, dude. What is that? What is that? 5, 6 years? Hey, Arca Luna. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Happy to have you here. All right, I'm going to step away during the ad break real quick, just to stretch my legs a little bit. When I come back, we'll do a stretch. I know May enjoys that when we do that. So we'll be right back, okay?
An ad is about to start in 5,000 milliseconds on Twitch. There's an ad running for 180.
All right, I'm back. Let's do a quick stretch. Head on over to the gym. All right, folks, you can join along with me on this. Arms out, parallel to the floor. You're going to move them back behind your back a little bit. You'll feel a little tension in the chest, okay? And then you clasp your fingers into your palm to make a thumbs up on both hands, okay? Pull them back behind you. And you're going to slowly rotate them down. The thumbs up, the thumbs down. You might think it's nothing, but I'm telling you, you try it, you'll see. You'll see. Looking at it, it seems like nothing. Does a lot, does a lot. All right, and we're gonna hands back to back, push towards the hands, bend at the wrist a little bit. Good for carpal tunnel. Hold that for a few seconds. Welcome back, Roy Lacey. All right, shake it out, shake it out. Stretch over your head, clasp your hands like this. Again, stretch over your head, reach for the sky. Oh. And behind the back too. Okay. Just had to do it. Chicken work. I like this song. Cool. I skipped level, just put an announcement to all the company about the YouTube changes coming up on Monday. It's happening. It's happening. Very exciting. Very exciting. Okay, sorry. Back. Focus. Remind me, I do want to do a magic trick, card trick for you all. Maybe Sean, since you were the most recent sub, if you're there and you're free, I'm going to need a participant. It won't be like on a call or anything. It'll be just through chat. Okay. All right. We'll see. We'll see. All right. What were we working on again?
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Vian08.
LOL, what do you need me to do? No, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. I'm just offering up an opportunity for you to be a participant in a card trick. Basically, you just have to make selections. Okay? That's the idea. Oh, you're just saying how? I'll use my GoPro camera to like set up my desk, and then I'll show the deck of cards and stuff like that, and then you'll just have to pick. I'll number things, and I'll be like, okay, you want to pick this pile 1, 2, 3, or 4, like that type of thing. Okay? We'll do that shortly. Unless you want to do it right now, we can do it right now. Sounds good. Okay. We wanted to double check. I wanted to double check that it is still gonna read configuration from. I don't want to mess with these values. What if I save these somewhere? What's the error, by the way? Expected colon, but found curly brace. I think that might be old, right? I think that's old. This wouldn't be working right now. All right, I want to save this one. So camera 1, 0.45, 0.45, 0.5, 0.6. Cam 1, 0.5. 0.5, 0.5.6, cam 2, that's HDMI 1, 2 is HDMI 3, it's 0.3.8, 0.8, 0.5.5. Cam 3 is going to be HDMI 4, I believe. Yep. We got 0.1, 0.8, 0.5, 0.5. Okay. So now if I come in here, change these, say start tracking just on this one. I say it's gotta be let's say 1.5. Yeah, it is picking up the changes. So that's good. So it's not switching to the scene because I have the values too high. The threshold's too high. Whoa. How did it... It got to 1 at that point? Wow. I guess my face... Hey, live result and face score was 1. That's pretty good. What do I normally have it though? 0.45 on both. And we can double check this too. Bringing up command palette or the dev console. I think this is the camera. Yep. And we can see it's updating those in real time. That's good. Oh, you can't see. But it was when I changed it. When I change it to like, let's say 5.5. I'll update. And now it's 0.455. What if I put like X? Oh. Okay, it goes null. I need to put some guard logic in there too. Let's add that as a GitHub issue. I didn't think about that before. Add guard logic / validation on config items to make sure they aren't big items. Need to make sure users don't enter something unexpected in any inputs such as live threshold of X instead of 0.5. But that's good. It's working. So we can push these changes. We're going to say git status. Oh, that's why I never did this as justified. So I like to maximize the panel to the top of the screen versus bottom. But if I have this set up as justify, you can't see. As justify like this, then I can't maximize the panel. But when it's like that, now I can maximize it. And I have a keyboard shortcut where I do Control Shift J, minimize, maximize it. Well, Control J will hide and show it completely. Control J will restore it back to a smaller size versus it'll toggle between full size and smaller size. What did I change in these? Let's just double check. That's good. That's okay. Love to see it. Okay. I'm gonna say git add, git commit -m, read camera, read thresholds from storage. Read config thresholds from storage. Let's just say storage. And we're gonna say, what is that? Refactor. Git push. And then while that's going and doing its thing, go to the commits. Copy this commit. SHA. And read camera configuration from local store instead of browser elements. Rest in this commit now. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, so next we're going to try doing this secure WebSocket. Now this, like I said before, is going to be a little bit more time consuming because we got to, you know, every time I commit to main right now, I have a workflow set up that will deploy to my public website, clarkio.com/streamtools. And so we got to figure that out. Plus, I got to see if I can even do that locally. Can I get this WebSocket to use? I'm looking in OBS. I don't know if I can. Does OBS WebSocket server support that? Excuse me, chat. Squeeze me. I don't know. Let's look it up. OBS WebSockets JS, I think it's like that. WebSocket JS. Can it WSS? WebSocket URL to connect, including, for example, when connecting via proxy that supports HTTPS, use that. I wonder if I can even do that locally. Let's test it out real quick. So we're going to go into floating editor windows in action right there. We need to go to OBS and update OBS config. Right here. I changed this to that. Let's see if that works. npm run dev dash dash host. If I head on over to config, it says it successfully worked. I don't think it really is. Yeah, failed to connect. WebSocket connection to that failed. What's the error? Ha! Well, let's double check. OBS WebSockets. Is that gotta support. Let's see if it goes WSS. It's not down in here. Gotta support WebSockets secure, right? Like, how do these other ones that are browser-based, like client libraries? Yeah, I'm aware of that. Contributors, protocol. Protocol we use is documented there. Okay. Connecting. Oh, yeah. Initial HTTP request made with the secure WebSocket protocol header can be used to tell OBS which kind of message encoding to use. By default, WebSocket uses JSON over text. Oh, that's fine. Is there anything about WSS in here? No. Authentication string, codes, data keys. Request batch, enums. I don't think what I want is here. It's got to support secure WebSocket though. Like Touch Portal is a browser-based tool that can connect to your OBS. OBS Web. The easiest way to control OBS remotely. You're checking this page on a secure HTTP connection. That's great, but it means you can only connect to WebSocket's secure address. Don't share. Screen so you can see this. But it means you can only connect to addresses, for example, OBS exposed with ngrok or PageKite. If you want to connect to a local OBS, please click here to load the non-secure version of this page. That's true. So, this is very thought-provoking. I do want to connect locally. I don't want people to have to set up, and I don't want to either expose my OBS WebSocket server to the internet. I just want to connect locally. How does it load the page? A non-secure version of the page. See, I have it set up so my browser always opens it up as HTTP. That's like the secure version. So that's how they solve it, OBS Web. What's OBS Blade? I always hide because I don't know what I'm clicking on. Make use of OBS WebSocket plugin and control your stream. This app is not in any way affiliated with OBS. Preparation. Yeah. Oh, they have like a... The device running OBS Blade needs to be in the same network as the device running OBS itself, and the auto discover feature should find open OBS sessions on its own. Yeah, that's fine. This is like an app, though. It's like an app on your phone. That's cool. How is that? Yeah. I don't want that. Cruise control. I'm just trying to see how any of the other OBS controlling tools that are out there do it, you know? It's deck board. Supercharger setup in a single tap. Deck board is an app. That's cool. Yeah, see, like if it was an app, I'd be able to. I wouldn't run into this issue. How do I tell my browser it's okay to connect to that with a non-secure connection? You know. So let me describe what's going on. So here's my one on my website in production on HTTPS. I come over here and I'm trying to get on. I mean, I gotta work with the UI on this, but you get the idea. I'm trying to get it to connect to my OBS WebSocket server. However, can't because mixed content. See? Don't worry, that's not my IP address. That's my local network address. So I wonder if I change it to localhost. Doesn't your website enforce HTTPS? It does, yes. In that case, it just fails completely anyway. I do 127.0.0.1.
And thanks for joining today, Hacker Ronnie.
Hackeroni, you can not downgrade the connection. Yeah. I don't know what the solution would be then that support this. Yeah, so and I can switch it to WSS. However, when I try to run it locally, like here, it's unable to connect to that. So this is my dev version I'm running locally. It's not on HTTPS. This is just HTTP. Although I could simulate it, I guess, right? I can create a proxy locally that would make it HTTPS. Appreciate you being here, Hackeroni, by the way. Thank you for being a first-time chatter, watching and adding in your input on this. So like the way this what was it? The way this OBS web person does is like, hey, basically load my page over HTTP instead of HTTPS and you won't run into this issue. Like that's how they solve it. I don't really agree with that. I wouldn't mind doing I guess I gotta get OBS to somehow host it over a secure server.
Today, Unruly Quark.
Thank you, Sean. You're quick on that one, Sean. I wonder if I run this over HTTPS, if that will help. I mean, it should be. I'm running in a code space. And that's how I'm connecting to it over the code space's IP there. Actually, no, I'm using the localhost one, right? I haven't had the stream up just then. That's perfect timing then, huh? And I tell Astro to run in. I wonder if Astro has a configuration, because I'm using Astro's dev configuration to spin up the local server, but then the GitHub code space is hosting for me and like creating is forwarding a port for me like this. Like that. I wonder, look up astro.build. Can I get this to? Sean's probably staring all the time. No, Sean's usually multitasking and getting work done. HTTPS maybe? Alright, by default the standalone server uses HTTP. This works well if you have a proxy server in front of it that does HTTPS. If you need a standalone server to run HTTPS itself, you need to provide your SSL key and certificate. Well, I'm busy chatting in Slack and figuring stuff out. Yeah. Figured you are. This is add integrations. I'm not trying to add middleware. So I basically got to create like a proxy. I wonder if I do something like, what's it called? Caddy? Ultimate server with automatic HTTPS. Get Caddy set up on here. On the code space. Hey, good luck. Thanks, Roy. Oh, trying to get at least something done before lunch. Okay, Sean. Yeah. Good luck with that.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Finite Singularity.
What's up, Finite? Oh, you got the nutty emotes there? Nutella, please. I hope things resolve nicely. Yes, we're releasing. Finite, maybe actually good timing, buddy. Do you know if have you tried connecting to the OBS WebSocket server over a secure WebSocket? WSS instead of just WS? I tried just switching it like this, but I don't think that does the job. You have not? So what I'm thinking of doing is setting up a proxy to try and connect to it that way. I think I need to do this. I should have curl, right? Let's see. Oh, curl's not. Oh, curl help. Yeah, I have curl. The brew? Brew not done, okay. I have apt. I do, okay. Sudo apt update, sudo apt install caddy. Okay, and then sudo apt install caddy. Right. Also, there's no way you can connect to OBS from a secure socket. Even if I were to set up my service to do so. Oh, that's unfortunate. Because what I'm trying to do, Finite, I think you've seen, I was working on that, the camera, the scene switcher with your face cam. When I look at each camera. So I have it hosted up on my personal website, which is hosted on HTTPS. However, I get this mixed content. The page at HTTPS clarkio was loaded over HTTPS, but attempted to connect to an insecure WebSocket endpoint. This request has been blocked. It must be available over WSS. You could probably set up an Nginx proxy locally and connect to that. Set a reverse proxy in front of OBS. That's some extra work. Yeah. Right, and I want to make it as simple as possible for people to just go to this website and use this if they want. You know? Yeah, you and Finite are on the same page there, Sean. So I guess me doing this isn't going to do much. Unable to locate package caddy anyway. So, I think I'm kind of stuck on that one. Unless, is there a way I can force my site to load over HTTP? I don't think so. No, see, it automatically redirects to HTTPS. I have it set up that way. Bummer. I don't think GitHub supports loading over HTTP. What's the likelihood of making that single page as HTTP? I don't think it's possible. Unless it's hosted under a different domain. You know? Which I don't want to do that either. Bum hair. Bum hair. I'm just checking on work stuff. My leadership announced our update to the YouTube launch of videos going out next week and what we're doing with the channel, the sneak channel. Very exciting, very exciting. Okie dokie. All right, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I guess the only thing I can do is create a proxy, which I guess is not too bad because I can probably set people up with their own. Like, it doesn't expose it to the internet. It just says run this port over HTTPS locally, right? On localhost. So I think I can. Hey, nice SEO. Your site comes before Twitch when searching Clarkio. Yeah. In my search, it didn't. It's clark.io. We are on our way to become the fastest growing and most efficient insurance broker in Europe. So Twitch comes first for me, or at least what search engine are you using? That's funny. That's the picture. It uses my Twitch channel banner. I love that. That's what comes up. Then my website, which is awesome. That's picking up these sub pages too. That's really nice. Means that's all configured properly. My listing was clarkio.com, Twitch, X, GitHub, and then clark.io. Yeah. And it's Google? Okay. Interesting. It's interesting. Got different results. There's my YouTube. I don't know what this is. Do you think they're going to start competing with me? They probably wonder, like, why is this other Clarkio? I think I just have more years of search engine indexing on my stuff you know, just being first to market with the Clarkio name, I guess. I almost bought Clark.io a long while back, but it was like, it's like $50 a year at the time. It was. I don't know what it is now. Oh yeah, that's awesome, Lacey. I see your DM.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Fushero.
You just clicked. Okay, yeah. Frank, what's up, buddy? F. Bucheros, looking to buy a new domain? No. It's already taken. I was just noticing that this insurance broker in Europe has the clark.io domain name, and I remember way back when I almost grabbed it, but I didn't want to spend the $50 a year on clark.io, which is why I have clarkio.com. It's funny how that works out, right? There's another finite singularity out there that has the Gmail. Really? YouTube and Reddit usernames. I was mad at first, then realized they were set up pre-2015. There you go. I wonder if if this insurance broker is like wondering who the heck is this guy? What's the deal? Clarkio.com looks nice. Thanks for releasing. Glad you like it. Shout out to The Niche. Actually, The Niche popped in earlier, didn't he? I thought I heard the bot say his name, but I think we were dancing or something. The Niche, are you still there? Lurking? I'm sorry I missed you, buddy. I had a nice call with him yesterday. He and I stay in touch on like a weekly to bi-weekly basis, I would say. Oh yeah, it was during the dance, that's why. Sorry, The Niche. The mic almost fell off, girl. Finance says, oh, Clarkio, did I tell you about the OBS raid train? I don't think you told me, but I believe I'm familiar with it. It's something that you're doing in collaboration with Nutty and a couple other streaming, like EposVox, right? Too. That's awesome, man. If that's what you're talking about, congrats on that. That's a huge win for all of you. May, we can tell your story. We're at a good pausing point anyway, because I need to think on like how I want to handle this HTTPS thing anyway. May, I'm sorry, I'm responding to your message in general in the Discord. Finite's got a link to share. Let's see it. OBS production raid on Twitch May 3rd, so it's coming up in a little less than a month. 16 hours of stream production goodness with Andy Stone, Nutty, Exceldro, Mr. Greggles, Level Photo, EposVox, Crash, and Finite. What a lovely group of streamers, and who better to learn from? Did I mention Gail in there? Where's Gail? Oh, you didn't tag Gail. Does Gail not have? Oh, that's what Level Photo is. Yep. Gail. What an awesome lineup. That's sick. Congrats on that. Yeah, I got you. Finite. So check it out, folks. Link is in the chat from Finite right there. It's going to be a blast. Yeah, I agree. I'll do my best to tune in. When is May 3rd? What day of the week is that? That's a Friday. Oh, my other monitor, my teleprompter monitor just died. That's a Friday. Well, maybe we can like co-stream it. Tune in while I'm streaming. We can like we could do like live OBS stream changes while we're learning them from this lovely bunch of coconuts. And you could raid into it. Yeah, it's true. Raid train. Good call. See, like this is how I have this normally on my other monitor. You're seeing it all right now. Inception. See if I can get it back up and running. Ding. I don't know if it's because like the battery died or what the deal is. It's charging. It's plugged into the wall. It's just an old iPad. Nutty Lippy, post, etc. Yes. It's going to be a blast. Yes, sir. I believe it. Looking forward to it. That's the order of the train. It's a Friday, and you can raid into it. May says, I really like words. Oh, so listen to, first of all, there's a command in chat. So switching gears a little bit. Thank you, Finite, for being here and letting us know about this. Looking forward to it. Folks in chat, if you're interested in learning about cool stuff about streaming and how to stream, these names are like all the people I go to on a, I don't want to say daily basis, but like whenever I'm working on stream production stuff in OBS, these are the people I subscribe to on YouTube or watch their Twitch streams to find. Like a lot of the stuff that you see, effects that are going on, were built by Finite Singularity, by the way, or Exceldro as an example. So if you want to check out and learn more about that stuff, tune in on May 3rd, 2024. It's going to start off with Andy's Twitch channel and YouTube, and raid into all of these people one after the other. So 16 hours of goodness. Check it out. And thank you, Finite, for sharing that again and reminding me. I'll probably need another reminder since it's a month out. I'm gonna forget. just knowing me. No offense or anything like that. It's just the way I am. All right, so switching gears a little bit. May, who loves to play words on stream with us, and has told us in the past, I think I have a command, like why May banned, something like that, right? Did that go through? Did that work? What is it? Where's StreamerBot? Let me see my commands. Why was May banned for Wordle, right? Okay, so why was May banned for Wordle? So May has been banned in the past for playing Wordle. May had guessed a word called L-E-S-E-S, leaves, and the streamer asked what it meant, but May didn't see that the streamer asked, so then May got banned for 604,000 seconds, and then checked my chat history and apologized. They should not have banned him. So, I don't know. That's weird. Now we have a new story from May for being banned yet again. So May says, I really like words on stream. I just got to a random words on stream, I guess. I went to one and was on the second puzzle and then was banned. I went to his Discord and asked why, and a person in the community said it is because I did not respond to him. I was watching without audio, but I didn't know he was saying anything to me. I apologize in his Discord. You just have such bad luck, May. I'm very sorry to hear that this happened. Because unless you're behaving differently, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think this is the case, okay? Let me just put it this way. But like, from my perspective, all of my interactions with you have been positive and like just good old genuine conversation type of stuff, May. So like, you've behaved very well in my stream. And so I'm going based off of that these other streamers are just hyper vigilant to try and block things, I guess, and prevent people from maybe there's a lot of maybe in the words on stream community and people that stream that like consistently, like, and that's their main thing. There's a lot of, I don't know, you might know this better than me since you tend to hang out in those types of streams, May. I would guess that maybe that, you know, there can be a lot of trolls or stuff like that going on that tune into words on streams and then they mistakenly label you that way and like just try to get a jump on it. So I'm sorry that you've had these these experiences, but I feel like I'm laughing and I hope that you like look at it and you laugh. But the reason I'm laughing is just such an odd thing to like happen, and it's such a weird way that it happens. Now, I say all that, and for all we know, the rest of us that are listening to your story, May, you know, you could be a complete jerk in other streams and leaving that part out. I don't think that's the case. I have no, so I'm trusting and somewhat and verifying based off of my experience with you in my stream. I don't think that's who you are, the type of person you are, but maybe. So, what's up, TypeScript Tea Time? Hi, clarkio in chat. Just saying hi and then heading out again. All right, no worries. Appreciate you popping in, TypeScript Tea Time. Hope things are going well. I'm not asking you to share this, but think about your win of the week this week, TypeScript Tea Time. See if there's something positive happening this week that you can celebrate of yourself. And I hope you have a good rest of your Friday and weekend. Releasey says that's pretty confusing, to be honest. Half the words I found were accident. I know, same. That same Releasey. That's why it's like very odd. May says I was watching without audio, so I didn't hear him, but he didn't say anything in chat. I got pictures. That's fine. Again, May, I'm taking you for your word, May. It's just wild that keeps happening to you. You just have bad luck when it comes to words on streams. And I'm sorry that keeps happening to you. Thank you for sharing your story and for the little bit of a chuckle. I don't mean to I'm not laughing at I'm not laughing at you, May. I'm laughing at the situation and that it keeps happening to you kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's just odd to me, and that's why I'm laughing at that. Roy says, would I be banned in these streams if I didn't know what they meant, by the way? Is that a rule there? I wonder. That's what I'm kind of suspecting, Roy Lacey, is maybe, I'm not familiar with the culture around streamers that focus just on words on stream playing that game. So maybe, again, they have to be hyper vigilant because there's a lot of trolling that happens there where people are like, I'm just guessing a word, and it's really some type of, derogatory word towards a group of people, or you know what I mean, it's a cuss in another language or something like that. So these streamers have to be hyper vigilant about blocking stuff, and if you don't explain yourself and why you said that word or what it is, you know what I mean, then they're gonna be like, okay, well, we gotta jump on this right away and just ban them. I think that's what I'm leaning more towards, and why that keeps happening to me. I was banned because I did not respond to the streamer when he greeted me. I did not have audio on. Yeah, no, I hear you, May. I hear you. No pun intended there. So there is that. Okay, so on that note, let's see if we can get so now I chat. Yeah, no, I hear you, May. But does May hear you, Clarkio? Right, that's a good question, Finite. I don't believe you that the pun was not intended. No, it just came out that way, Sean, honestly. It was not. It was not intended. I wish. If I say a pun, you'll usually know based on the way I deliver it that it was intended. You know what I mean? Or I'll immediately say no pun intended, right away. That type of thing. Sean, you've been around enough. You probably have heard me. You've probably experienced me in that tone.
Joining today 3 on SH Bomb.
What's up, 3 on? Welcome in over on YouTube there. May says, it's all good, not taking it personally. Okay, good. Clarkio makes the dog telling a joke meme face when he puns. May's like, I have audio on for my stream. Thank you for having audio on. But you don't feel like you have to, it's required. I guess I guess you can put captions. Oh no, I haven't had captions on. The captions built into, holy cow, for years now probably. Especially since moving to this new PC. Oh my gosh.
Zeno 8 says, how do elephants keep cool in the summer? Air conditioning.
Nice. Very nice. I just came to the realization. I used to stream with sending a Google not Google Translate, but Google Captioner thing in the feed to Twitch. I don't know if I can even do that anymore because I use Restream. So I stream to Restream, and then Restream broadcasts to Twitch and YouTube at the same time for me. Or at least this has never seen captions on your stream. Yes. Okay. So it's been a long time since I've done it. I don't know. I could turn it on my, I could get the plugin again on OBS and send the captions, which they're kind of hacky, but it's better than nothing.
Finite Singularity says, did you know deer can jump higher than the average house? It's because of their strong hind legs and the fact that the average house can't jump.
Very nice. Well done, Finite. So yeah. I don't know. So even if I broadcasted it from my machine, I don't know that Restream would rebroadcast that to at least Twitch, Ruckmat about why are fish so smart? Because they live in schools. But everybody's coming out with the puns and corny jokes, huh? So a not average house can jump, says May. May says, so now I have a list of streamers that I don't visit anymore to play words on stream. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough. That's very understandable, May. All right, let's get back on track. Clarkio. So I want to set up a local. Do I have chocolatey or scoop? No, I have WinGet. Can I do it with WinGet? I'm not setting up a Docker image. Do I want Caddy on this machine? That's the other thing. Flexes the banhammer. Yeah, go for it. Go for it, Frackberg. No, I'm not going to ban you, May. Unless you violate our rules. But you've not come close to doing that, at least from my experience, so. I wonder, maybe I'll do chocolatey? What's a better package manager on Windows? I would like to just do WinGet. WinGet is built into it. Let me see if I even have that real quick. Actually, no, I don't have a WSL on this machine. WinGet? Do I have WinGet? I do have WinGet. Frank says WinGet. They don't have the best part of modding here. I mostly don't have to. I know. It's funny you say that because I talked to some of the other mods. Like I talked to you, Frackberg, about the Pally thing, and everybody was like, "I don't feel like it's justified because I don't do anything to mod in your stream." And I'm like, "Yeah, I guess so." And well, and I made a self-deprecating comment, Frackberg, which you can relate to. I know you're similar personality to me in that regard. To one individual that I was talking to that's a mod, and they were like, well, maybe it's actually more of a test. Not that I said something to the effect of like, I'm not a real streamer, I guess. Then if I, you know what I mean, like in response to that, which is just me being self-deprecating. And then they responded in a very positive manner. And it's like, well, maybe it's a reflection of how you conduct your streams and how people behave in your streams. So I was like, that's a good response. Thank you. So there's that. I have no idea what you mean. Okay, Frackberg, you're gonna leave me hanging on that, huh? Frank says I have only one mod and it's the one doing the most trouble, but I'm a tiny streamer. Yeah, I mean I'm a tiny streamer too, Frank. All right. So what do you all think? Should I use chocolatey or scoop to? Well, what's the other options that we have? We have ngrok. I think ngrok you have to pay. There's Tunnel Bear too, isn't there? I think I've used that successfully. Tunnel Bear? That's a secure VPN service. No. What's the... What is the thing? There's an ngrok alternatives? Right, versus modding your trolls is a time-honored tradition in coding streams. Awesome tunneling. First of the list is track and compare tunneling solutions. Okay. Telebit. I'm not sharing my screen. Hold on. Local tunnel. That's what I was thinking of. It's written in Node. Popular suggestion. Rat hole. That doesn't sound good. Choco is nice, you think? I do have WinGet, but like Caddy doesn't have any way to install, maybe through the static binaries. Install Caddy with WinGet. Control find WinGet. Does anybody? It doesn't have that as an answer. I think I want to try this the tunnel one, because I've used that to success before. Local tunnel exposes your locals. No, I don't want to do that though. No need to mess with DNS or deploy. Sir. Ah. You can set the port. Does it have HTTPS options? Oh, it does. Defaults to HTTPS. Local HTTPS. Enabled tunneling to local HTTPS server. The thing is, I don't want to expose it publicly. I just want it to be like local. Let me search for local host HTTPS. Use HTTPS for local development. Web dev articles. Using makecert recommended to use. Well, I need a proxy, right? Local host HTTPS proxy. How to set up HTTPS for locals in 30 seconds. Docker. Come on, man. The WinGet Pro for private stuff. There's WinGet Pro for private stuff. What does that do, Frank? That lets you yeah, I don't want to use Docker. I thought I told this to default to DuckDuckGo. Cameron, local SSL. Cameron Hunter on GitHub. Simple SSL HTTP proxy using a self-signed certificate intended for local development only. Yeah. Can I tell it what to? Yes. Okay. Perfect. Start your web server on the target port. Private repo of your approved listed software. Oh, okay. Install makecert. I'm going to need chocolatey anyway. Might as well just go with Caddy. Alright, let me get chocolatey, I guess. I feel like chocolatey is the more popular one than Scoop. Windows chocolatey. Schedule a demo. Get started. What? No. How do I get it if I'm just an individual? I'm not a corporation. Please only fill this out if you represent an organization that is making a request for chocolatey for business. Oh. Community? Install chocolatey. Subscribe. Choose how to install it. Generic, Ansible, Chef, PowerShell? Individual? Is that what I want? First, ensure that you are running administrative shell. You can install as a non-admin. Check out non-administrative installation. This option should be a last resort and is considered to be a more advanced scenario. Most things you do on Windows require administrative rights, especially surrounding software management. So you're going to be limited. Okay. Fine. Install the PowerShell exe. I already got PowerShell. Set execution bypass. I don't like the sound of that. Go back to the main page. This one? main. No, I had it. Okay, this one. Yeah, where I'm going. This one here, right? With PowerShell, you must ensure get execution policy is not restricted. We suggest using bypass to bypass the policy to get things installed, or all signed for quite a bit more security. I'll do all signed. Thank you very much. Run this. If it returns restricted, then run set policy all signed, or that. Yes. Thank you. All right. May, we're going to be playing words on stream because I got some food to eat. Yes to the policy thing. Open in admin terminal and use PowerShell. Okay. Un momento. Thank you, Frank. I'm glad you're here to help me. Can I? Yes, I can. Run it as administrator. All right, so I'm going to do this. Get execution policy. Like it says right here. Run that. It says restricted. We're going to say set execution to all signed. Now run the following command. Isn't this telling me to bypass? If you don't see any errors, you're ready. Okay, so we'll just blindly copy this. Late lunch today? Yes, May. I'll blindly copy this and let it do its thing. In the meantime, we're going to play words on stream. Let me get that set up. Move this over here. Words on stream. Get the mirror link. Drop that in the chat. I think Choco got installed actually already. Choco. Oh, it worked. Okay. That's copied, pasted. Everybody got the mirror link. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna get my water. I'll be right back too. I don't know where I put this water cup.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today Lamp Web Dev.
Ooh. Oh, Sean, I owe you a card trick. I can do that after this.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today Pretzel Rocks.
I thought Pretzel Rocks had a command you could send to get the song. Sorry, Rugmat. The one that's playing right now is called Drink in Hand by High Pass, I think it was called. The artist. Hey, what's up, Lamp Web Dev? Good to see you, buddy. We're on a little lunch break real quick. The song before. It won't let me go back. Did you hear it, like, when I restart this song? It sounds kind of cool. Can I see my history, maybe? don't see. Sorry, I don't know. It doesn't give me an option to see what track it was. Oh, did I mess you up, chat?
Welcome in and thanks for joining today. It's Hap.
What's up? It's Hap. How's it going? Good to see you. You're about to install a certificate from a certificate authority claiming to represent Caddy local authority. Yes. Allow. All right. I think I have the reverse proxy going. It's sometimes you get locked. So if you guess one correctly, like right now, you're locked. Look at your name right here. Once this progress bar opens up, now you're unlocked. Yeah, it's a little confusing that way. Roy saying, are you going to show that reverse proxy process? Negative right now, because I'm not sure what it's going to show on screen. But it didn't quite work anyway. But essentially, like, you see this, I'm basically taking this, and instead of saying from example.com, I think I need to just get rid of that, and I need to just go to localhost 4455. That's what it is, but because it ended up giving me an error. But it installed Caddy's certificate authority on my machine, though. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but nice work. Nice last second one right there. It's at. All right, I'm almost done. All right, either C or M is fake. All right, so M is fake. M is fake. What could be the big word? Need 12 more points, chat. Roar. All right, we'll play one more time. But we got an ad starting shortly, so let's quickly snooze that. We got 5 minutes to play. No worries, Lamp Up Dev. What these ones? One more four-letter word, alphabetically between Bide and Debs. I thought it was D's. D's, no? Whoa.
Sometimes in life, the politics are hard, and to reach the resolution, you may need to hold your guard. If it's only you, then soldier through and peer through the pressure. Even when you're outnumbered and perceived as a lesser. Man of worth is really wealth, and life emotion worth the price. For ransom, false, manipulated, try, sack, and drive. A people that one-sided, not clear to see the qualities, just cloudy with the misty view of what they feel is honesty. To really find the peace inside, you need to be accepted. And it doesn't come from disrespect, from challenge man's perspective. Tailored by the views of other rules and all their politics, and acting for the needs of them remaining self-anonymous. Rules that controlling, sustaining our autonomy. No debt to them.
Ooh, our CEO said, this is great stuff. Very impactful in many ways. Talking about our YouTube program relaunch. That's exciting. Noises. Thank you, Roy Leasley. Thank you, Tap. I'm so nervous but excited at the same time. Thank you, May. What's the big word? Snozes? Snoises? Snoise? No worry, Roy Leasy. All right, we got a minute and a half before the next ad break.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Chris Jones.
What's up, Chris Jones? Good to see you, buddy. Happy Friday. How you doing? What's your win of the week? Exceed. Look at you coming in hot with the big word. Exceeds. May. Speaking of executives. Nice job, May. Don't know what that is, but just tried it. Maybe I'll get banned in this, What about not a good joke opportunity? What do you mean? Or at least bans Clarkio. Sext. I didn't know that was a past tense word. I got sexed. I did not know that. Could be banned for that word. Yeah, May. If you don't respond, May. If you don't respond. Too soon? Too soon? That's how they sort chickens? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
An ad is about to start in
No!
milliseconds.
I should have waited.
There's an ad running for 90.
Neutro? Outro? Aiton. Outer. Oh, outer? Oh, one of those is the fake letter then. I think R is fake. Tune. Somebody try tone. No, R is real. Maybe O is fake. O is fake. Reach. Rent. We got rent. Unrent? Unrent. No. Rent. Aaron. Tauren? Tauren. Tane? Neat? Nate? Is E fake? No. Anti. Nice. All right, one more word. One more word. No! Oh, good game, 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 good game. It was a tough one. I wish they would tell you. Big shout out to May, Itzhap, Lamp, Chris Jones, Frackberg, Roy Lacey for playing. Honestly, I want a snack still, so you want to play another round? I want to go get a snack and let you all play another round. I think I'm going to do that. We got about 45 minutes left of the stream. We can play another 5 minutes worth of this, and then that gives us 40 minutes to test out this reverse proxy thing, and then if that works, then we'll be done. Speaking Speaking of snacks, the wife made Rice Krispie treats. Nice, Frackberg. Congrats on that. That's a win of the week. All right, play another one. I'll be right back. I was on mute. I think it was like Hoey or something like that. Hoer. Steak. Let me do steak. Oh no, we got steak. Lamp got steak already. Teaks. Okay, nice, May. Didn't know about that. I'm gonna do seat. Tease. Eight. We got take. Eights. Maybe AKES? I don't know if that's one or not. I'm locked right now. We got 3 more 4-letter words. East. How did I think of that? Nice job, Hap. Alright, alphabetical between eats and sake. Seta. Got that one in the last second there. All right, May, you're leading the way. Then me, Hap, Rackberg, Lamp, and Roy and Chris. Keep it up. Go team, go. I have no idea, May. I think it's like a Spanish thing, maybe. Seta. Borax. Somebody do boxers. Soar. Boxes. Boxes. Thank you, Fragberg, for adding that term. Boxers. I don't know why that would be banned or automated. Yep. Boxes. Why isn't that working? That doesn't count as a word? Robes. Huh? All right. Got two levels. Keep it going. Level 8. Here we go. Got a fake letter now. Peel. Maple. Temple. No, M is not fake. Temple. I think A is fake. A is fake. I'm just throwing. There we go. Yep. How do you spell pleat? Is it P-L-E-T-E? Is that how you spell pleat? I'm not a word. Melt. Nice. Pelt? Yep. Is teep a word? Tell them? Let them? And more. What's the other big word? Ah, telemp. Yeah, I don't know what that other big word is. May, Roy Lacey, Hap, Lamp, Crackbird, Chris Jones. Good job so far. Let's keep it going. Bird is the word. Whoa. Cement? Cement? No. Tone? Maybe tone? Zone? Comment. Nice, Roy Lacey. Alright, so Z is fake. Z is fake. I did pretty good. It was a hard one. Continue. Beep. Pies. Pete. 8. Site. Cake. Cake. Take. Make. Nice. Spice. Lace. L. L is hidden. L is hidden. Is T fake? I think T is fake. L is hidden and T is fake. L-I-C-P-A-E. Peel. Somebody do. We got leap, peel, pale. Cape. Pile. Is pice a word? I don't know. Lice. T is fake. T is fake. Ice? No. Any one of those big words. I don't know. Capital? No. Plea. Nice. Girl. Ah! Hey, good try. Level 13. I think that was our best for today, right? Level 13. Nice job, chat. Thank you for playing and indulging while I ate my lunch. Appreciate you, May, Roy Lacey, Itzhap, Lamp, Chris Jones, and Frackberg for playing all this time. We're going to get back to work now. Okay? Exit that. Hope you had fun, enjoyed it. We'll continue it shortly. All right. So I have the Caddy reverse proxy HTTPS from our localhost to redirect any HTTP, enabling automatic HTTP to HTTPS redirects. I want it the other way, don't I? I want it to be from I don't know if this is going to work. So the command I ran was caddy reverse proxy, not from anything. I just left that blank, and I did 2 localhost, and then the WebSocket server is running on 4455. You know what I'm saying? So, will that work is the question now. npm run dev host. Turn lunch break off, Brian. Back over here. Take this big dog. Go to the localhost version. Refresh. Okay. I think that might have worked. No. Failed to connect. Am I doing it wrong? From to. Going to bed now, Lamp. It's almost 10 p.m. All right, buddy. Appreciate you hanging out for a little bit. And glad to see you back for another stream in a row there. Sean says, the fun of my mom almost getting scammed. Now I need to wipe her machine. Oh, sorry to hear that, but glad you caught it at least. Well, I guess maybe you didn't catch it since you got to wipe her machine. So should I not do from? Close, close, close. Close, close, close. And maybe there's some docs on the reverse proxy. start a plain text HTTP proxy from port 2080 to port 9000 on your machine. So anything that gets requested by 2080 goes to that. Then try it. Curl. Reverse proxy command is intended for quick and easy reverse proxies. You can use it in production. In the current working directory, create a reverse proxy of that. Lamp says for the RP reverse proxy, you need a from to. The from is to what to listen, and the to is where to send that from. Okay. So I want to do. Copy what I did here. I was kind of doing it like this. Caddy reverse proxy to. So I want it to go to that. But I want, like, how do I do, so I do from HTTPS local host 4455, like that. Like it's coming from right now, it's coming from, oh, 4321. That's what I should do. I guess, right? 4321. What you doing with reverse proxy? I'm trying to so the OBS WebSockets runs on ws://localhost 4455, okay? And what I need to do is basically pretend I need reverse proxy to be WSS localhost 4.5 and redirect that to WS localhost 4455. No, I'm not sniffing any packets. This is just on my local machine because what I want to do is from my website, I want to be able to connect to the WebSocket server, the OBS WebSocket server over the secure WebSocket, WSS. Because I have to, because whenever I deploy this, so on localhost, it works fine when I just do WSS, non-secure WebSocket. But when I'm on my website, which is clarkio.com, I'm under HTTPS. And so you can see I'm getting this error, it's blocked because you're trying to connect to a non-secure site from a secure site. You know what I mean? Jelly bean? So I want to test it locally first. Just realized the reverse proxy software will need to be installed on anyone's computer that tries. Exactly. That's why I'm not happy about the solution, but I just want to see if it'll work.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Griffing.
Know what I mean, Vern? Oh my gosh, Ernest. Dude, Chris, good to see you, by the way. Thank you for joining in. I don't know the last time I thought about those Ernest movies until now. So thank you for jogging my memory with that. That's awesome. Cheers. So yeah, I got to see how I can... Basically what I want to do is let me back up, okay? I have this tool deployed to my website that wants to connect to my my OBS WebSocket server running on my local machine, which should be fine when I'm running it in the browser locally. However, because my site is run under HTTPS, all browsers are going to block me from having any JavaScript that tries to connect from here to a non-secure, which would be ws://localhost, and then the port 4455, which is what this WebSocket server is running on, okay? So that's one part of the limitation. The other part is, let's say I do, I change the code and I just go like this. Well, the OBS WebSocket server doesn't have the capability, as of right now at least, to run and establish connections over WSS. It only supports WS, is my understanding. So I need a reverse proxy to pretend to be WSS, secure WebSocket, and then redirect that traffic to the correct location of the OBS WebSocket server at localhost. You dig what you picking up what I'm putting down? No worries. Always fun to remind people about the recipe for eggs erroneous. Honestly, Crystal, I'm not getting. I mean, I'm assuming those are references to the Ernest movies, but I'm failing to recall those, buddy. Goes to Camp is such a classic. Crackwork says, "LOL, I watch Ernest Goes to Camp at least twice a year." Oh, really? Nice. Sean says, also Coors, but that's enough said. Oh, yeah, Coors. Yes, the eggs erroneous one is a reference to the cook from Goes to Camp. I got you. So where are my people that are proxy aficionados in the chat? Lamp says, yeah, from localhost 4030 to localhost 9000. Neither of those ports are the ones that I want, though. Lamp. John says she installed the remote access software. Oh, God. But realized her mistake when they were on her banking machine and shut it down. Good call, Mom. Good call. I've loved that movie since I was 5 years old. Nice. Sean says, I mean, I am, but never used Caddy. Okay. That shouldn't stop us, Sean. We could do this. That shouldn't stop us. So with this, well, should I do like this? I wonder if it supports that. Maybe if I do it like that. I'll try it. No. Only one usage of each socket address is normally permitted. Yeah, well, so this tool I'm using, Caddy, which is here, it installed its own certificate authority on my machine, which I'm gonna need to go back and remove that, assuming we don't end up going with this. But so let that be what it's gonna be. Is Caddy like Nginx? I think to some degree. Caddy, let me show you Caddy. Caddy is a powerful, extensible platform to serve your sites, services, and apps written in Go. If you're new to Caddy, the way you serve the web is about to change. Okay? Most people use Caddy as a web server or proxy, but at its core, Caddy is a server of servers. It can take on the role of any long-running process. Configuration is both dynamic and exportable with their API. No config files are required, though. You can still use them. Most people's favorite way of configuring Caddy is a Caddy file. I'm just doing command line arguments for it. But the to and from need to be on different ports, as each application binds to the port and owns it exclusively. What your config looking like, though? I mean, I'm showing you what I'm doing. This is what I'm trying to do. Whoops. So I'm basically sending this in the command line. I'm hiding it because it's like I just don't want to expose anything sensitive. I don't want to dox like my IP or anything, okay? So that's why I'm doing it off screen. But I'm telling you the exact command I'm running, and then it's like it's giving me this error, which I'll show you right now. Rep meow. Loading new config HTTP, start listening on 4455, and then it's like, no, you can't do that because you're already listening on, you know what I'm saying? One of those 4455 needs to change. Oh, like what if I set up, I could change the server, the WebSocket server in OBS to be like 4456. I'll do that right now. Localhost 4456. Try that. Okay, that seemed to work. Caxi. Caddy is proxying this now. I got this output message. Caddy proxying WSS localhost to that. I guess I should have just done that. I don't need to do the port, do I? So anything that's WSS localhost will go to that. Well, we'll find out right now, actually, because I'm going to go in here and go here. I'm going to refresh the page. Oh, yeah, it was working. All right, we got it. We got a solution. If OBS is already listening on 4455, Caddy needs to listen on 4456 or something other than... Yeah, I got you. Okay. You're right. You're right. Good call. Good catch. Good catch. All right, so I switched the port. Well, I guess I could have just changed it right here, too. Duh. Thank you for that follow, Root Finlay. Okay. So this does work when I do that. So then I could push the change where...
An ad is about to start in 5,000 milliseconds on Twitch. There's an ad running for 90.
I could push this change. And then... But then that would mean... So let's think about the implications of this now. So now if I want to let anybody else use this... I got to give them instructions that says, hey, you got to run a reverse proxy. And I could potentially like write up a script in the repository and like give that to them and make it like a one-click thing. But that's putting a lot of trust in somebody on the internet, right? I don't see any other way around this. I think that's option one. Option two is instructing them to just run it locally themselves instead of through my website, which is fine with me. But I already built this out through a separate repo on my website instead of, where is it? I don't even know. Right here, Stream Tools. So it's like, I'd have to rip this out into a separate repo, maintain both separately, make sure they stay in sync, you know what I mean? Like, in order to get people to be able to run this locally if they want. I mean, it is just an Astro website. They could just run this locally with Astro. A static site. That's another option. I don't know how many... Freaking solicitors at my door. Hold on, chat. I'll be right back. Go deal with this.
You down, 'cause you know me through and through. When you were around, I see the stars come out for you. If we gon' set this fire, we gonna do it right.
All right, I'm back.
We keep it
Yeah, solicitor. So, for folks that don't know, if you're... I don't know if this happens outside the U.S. as much or not, but in the U.S., a common thing that tends to happen is like companies will send out representatives. Think of them as like vacuum salespeople. They're trying to sell vacuums or something, like back in the day, long time ago in the U.S. especially. They come to your door and they're trying to like sell you on solar. They're trying to sell you on getting a new roof. They're trying to sell you on, I don't know, lawn treatment, like all kinds of stuff. And we have a sign. It's like, don't make it awkward. Yeah, door-to-door salesman, mate. You're right. And we're like, don't make it awkward. Stop. Don't solicit. We have like, there's a sign at the entrance of our neighborhood that says like no soliciting too. And it's just so frustrating. I've gotten into like arguments with these people. And I'm just like, listen, I know it's your job, but like, I'm not interested. And then they'll still push. And they're like, oh, I don't want to waste your time. And I'm like, you say you don't want to waste my time, but I said I'm not interested and you're still here. Like, go away. They're not supposed to be doing it. People, our neighbors call the cops too, like the non-emergency line, and say, hey, we got solicitors, get them out of here. Yeah, close the door on them. Could do that. But it's just a very uncomfortable situation too, because the other aspect of it is from a security perspective, okay? Which you all know I'm very adamant about this type of stuff. I don't feel comfortable answering the door to anybody that, even if I know them, I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, if I'm not expecting you, I'm not answering the door. And actually, it's funny this comes up because Pirate Software had a short recently on, let's see if I can find it, on the Ring doorbells. Which I understand where he's coming from, but I think it's just better, like, the advice that he's trying to say is like, don't tell people you're not home or not. If you don't know Pirate Software, here's a link to his stuff. You should check him out sometime. You saw that short, mate, Sean? Yep.
I'll give you a really good example. It's always kind of a funny thing. People will go up to Ring doors. They'll like press the Ring door and someone will be like, oh, hey, hello. And that person's like, oh, hey, I'm trying to do this thing right now. Like, I'm trying to sell like cookies or whatever, right? I'm trying to sell this product. And they go, oh, well, I'm not home right now. And they go, okay, no problem. And then the secondary part of that team goes in and breaks into the back door because they now know you're not home. So they can even be used for social engineering routes as well. I hate this shit. I hate all of this shit. The social engineering route for that is so bothersome to me. Because I've seen it time and again where people are like, oh yeah, I'm just going to tell them I'm not home. Don't do that shit. I'll give you a really good example.
Yeah. So we just don't answer. We use the camera so that we can see who it is, but we just don't answer when it's people like that. So highly recommend checking out Pirate Software, by the way. He's awesome individual, cool guy, does cool stuff, and gives great advice, clearly. You were part of the hype train of all hype train. You were, Lamp? Nice, Lamp. That's awesome to hear. That was a cool thing to see and experience. So yeah, like, it's very, very frustrating because the other part, like, not just breaking in, but like there's home invasions, which is not an uncommon thing in the U.S. where they'll like these people, these criminals that are trying to break into your house or like take people hostage and stuff like that. Not to get all grim and everything, but like it happens. And so especially with two young kids, I'm very like on heightened sense of alert about that type of stuff. And so it gets me very on edge when I see somebody at the door that I don't know, especially when it's solicitors, because I'm like, what am I going to have to deal with right now? You know? Actually, to the point that there's been times where family will send, without us knowing, they'll send like treats that, like, you know, like, I don't know, like cookies or something like that to the house to have delivered to us, right? It was like a gift or something like that, or like a special occasion or whatever. And we don't know, or we weren't really sure, you know. Actually, the most recent time it happened, my mom had told me, but I forgot she told me she was going to do this. And somebody showed up at our door with like a tray of cookies. And I'm like, just like Thor was saying here. And I'm like, I'm not answering this. Like, and they stood there for a long while, you know, and it like becomes this like very awkward situation of like, how long is this person going to stand at my door? But then I'm like, they don't know that I'm home or not. So I can just stay in that, you know, keep it in that state. I don't need to respond or anything like that. Just let them figure it out themselves, you know? But anyway, it's like, so it's somebody that looked like to me where I was like, maybe they're just trying to pull one over and say, hey, I got a delivery of cookies for you. And then boom, break in, you know? And so I just didn't answer. And then I was like, maybe that was something for my mom. So I texted her and she's like, you didn't answer? I'm like, listen, you know me, I am your son. So, and then the crazy, just to finish that story out really quick, the crazy thing is, she was like, okay, I'll call them and have them come back later. And I was like, okay, but we might be out later. And she's like, okay, well, try to be home for this. I'm like, I mean, we got plans. So lo and behold, like within 30 minutes after we left the house, the same individual was at the door trying to give us the cookies. So we ended up having to call our neighbor. Our neighbor picked it up for us, and like, Mom, I think it's just I appreciate the gesture, but I think for a better experience all around from now on, let's find something else instead of delivering goodies like that. So there you go. All right, back to what we were talking about. All right, we got this working, but I'm curious what you all think, chat. Like, imagine you're gonna use this. The simplest way would be to just go to Clarkio's website and use it that way. However, it's not going to be able to connect to your OBS WebSocket server because it's not over a secure connection. Which is kind of a bummer. I mean, I get it. Like, it's a good thing. But it's kind of a bummer. Because then it's going to require you... I'm going to have to put instructions basically on the website that says, like, hey, if you want to use this, basically explain everything I'm explaining to you all now. OBS WebSockets doesn't support secure WebSockets. So you need to proxy it. What is the goal, Lamp? Let me show you. So when I run it locally, which should still be running locally, everything's working right now. So we should be able to just test it out as is. Let me show you what this does. Okay. I go into here. It's basically what the title of my stream says. I add all my cameras, which I've already done. I've configured them all. And I say start tracking. And then when I look at a camera, it will switch to the scene that I've configured for that camera. You ready? So when I look at this one, it's going to switch to a different scene. Boom. 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 So that's the tool I built. Okay. It does face detection using an AI library called Human. And so what I want to do is let other people use this if they want, but they set up their own cameras. So you can say, or like, I haven't configured this one. I don't have one hooked up to that HDMI port, but I could be like, hey, okay, I want it. The camera's already added. Two is the one I don't have hooked up. So I can say, all right, add a camera, and then I can configure that one separately and all that stuff, right? So that's the idea behind it. And then you configure it to, it needs to know about your OBS WebSocket server. So you give it the address. It's all running locally on your machine. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not storing anything on my site. It's all stored in the browser on your machine. You know what I'm saying? So that's the idea behind it. But you can come into this config page, and this is the thing that connects to OBS, and it looks at, okay, what scenes do you have? And you can choose whatever scene you want to associate that camera to. And you set up your connection. So like if you're using a password for your OBS WebSocket server, you put it in here, what port it's running on, right? That type of thing. And then you go back, which is currently not working on localhost, but on my website it works. Then you can start playing with it and do it. So that's the tool I built, but it needs to be able to talk to OBS on your local machine. A README should be enough? Well, yes, in the repo, sure, if people go to it in the repo, but people might find it through my website. So this is running on localhost right now. Oh, you can't see. I wasn't showing my screen all that time. Dang it. Sorry. This is the config I was talking about. And this is where it's like getting all your scenes. You can associate it to a different scene that you want it to switch to once that camera's like, okay, there is a face looking at this camera. What scene should I change it to? And it's configured in the configuration. And then here's all the WebSocket connection configuration right there. Okay? That's what I was talking about. And then it's in here where you set up the cameras and do all that stuff. You can change the thresholds that would take. It shows live results of what those measurements are showing when you're looking at the camera, when you're not, and so forth, right? So I do need to put like instructions on the website, but like I was saying, this is running locally on localhost right now. The problem with is when I run, and this is just HTTP. I mean, it's not shown for whatever reason, but it's just over HTTP. On my website, I have a certificate set up for it. It's using SSL, so it's HTTPS. And the problem is the JavaScript code is trying to connect to a non-secure connection from a secure connection. Browsers block that. So my options are tell everybody to set up a, change the code to connect to WSS, which will always fail unless the people using this set up a reverse proxy on their machine. That's the bummer side of this. So when somebody comes to my website and they go to this main page here, I'm gonna have to set it up. I mean, obviously I gotta do some designing. Okay, it doesn't look good. You can't even read it. I get it. But the idea is, on here I'll have instructions, I guess, that'll say, hey, here's what you need to do. Lamp says, but your website cannot and should not be able to access my local network. It doesn't. It's not my website that's doing it. It's the browser, your local browser doing it. It's all on your machine. You get what I'm saying? It's not accessing it from my servers. This is a static site, actually. Let me show you. This is the actual repo. There's no server to this. It's using Astro. If you've heard of Astro, if you've not heard of Astro, it's a static site rendering tool, essentially, kind of like Jekyll or Hugo or you name it, you know, that type of thing. But it supports all the different types of front-end libraries like React, Vue, Svelte, Preact to create components if you'd like, or you could just use the native Astro components, which is what I do. So it's all client side. Nothing's happening on the server. There is no server other than hosting the static resources like the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So yeah, I would just let people run it locally. Yeah. That's certainly an option. They can come to this repo, run my Stream Tools site. You can clone it, you know, fork it, run it, and do all that. And I can update the I'll leave that as an option, I guess. I just don't want to have to. The thought I had with this thing was people could just go to my website and use it. They don't need to go fork a repo, clone it down locally, npm install, and pollute like their local machine just to get this running. The idea would be they could just do it all from their browser. Miriam, hey, good to see you're still there. Can that configuration be done via a local config file? Where were we? This configuration? Could you elaborate on what you're asking? I'm not sure I fully follow what you mean by can it be a local config file? I mean, I could change the I could change it to read from a file, but then well, there's two ways I can go about that. I could say in the browser, have the user give me access to the file system, which I don't want to do that necessarily. Or I could have a server that then can read from the file system, like a Node.js server. But yeah. Lamp says setting up a reverse proxy with the self-signed cert sounds way more complex. I agree. I'm leaning in that direction too. What else did I miss in chat? Practice says, all right, I've got to run, kiddo, to work. Have a good weekend, everyone. Hopefully the weather... Oh, it's 4 o'clock. The weather cooperates for those of you in the path. Totally on Monday. Wait, what's going on Monday? May. That you're a 70% chance of rain. Now you got me worried because I'm supposed to fly out on Monday. Total eclipse on Monday. Oh, okay. I was thinking there's like a bad storm or something coming. I got all nervous. Thank you, Sean. I forgot about that. I think I'm going to be on the plane when it happens, actually. Miriam says, oh, I see from your website. What about a web form? Yeah, that's what we have. We got a web form here. So the web form is, this is, I know it's hard to read right now because I got to change the styling of it. In fact, let's do it on the fly. There we go. We can actually read it. It's essentially the same thing that you saw in my localhost version. So everything, like, when it comes to the camera stuff works. So you can track your face and detect when it sees your face, but it won't be able to talk to OBS from my website right now. That's the problem I'm having. It's a big problem. So, I don't know. But I think I'm going to start wrapping up for today. I'll think on that some more. In fact, let's add a note to... We did work on that, so I feel that's completed. Let's add a note to this issue. After researching this further, there are only 2 options for this. All right, I'll be right there. Just to be solved, essentially. One is to set. Well, after researching this further, it seems OBS WebSocket server only supports WS protocol and not WSS. Therefore, in order to connect to it with WSS, we need to set up a local reverse proxy that can receive requests with WSS and route them to WS. This is... Oh, what did I press? Must have hit a keyboard shortcut to take a screenshot. This is a bit overly complex / cumbersome for everyday regular users to do, and therefore makes it less feasible. This could be used by others from the public website. Another option is to let folks fork and clone the repo on their machines, set up things to run, and then configure install dependencies, etc., and then run it locally to connect over WS to the OBS WebSocket server. I'm not sure what the best route is at the moment, but leaning towards guiding folks via a README in the repo to run this themselves. Miriam says solar eclipse in Austin. Yeah, I see. Sorry, I was only half paying attention. Yeah, no worries, Miriam. Lamp says, I am also not sure if this works from your website, if the browser will not be salty about the self-signed cert. It's fine. Well, I mean, I could push the changes and we can test it. I'll do that offline. No, I'm not gonna do it right now because I got to get going. But I'm glad we figured this out. Or you need to add the self-signed certificate to your chain, which is Matt. I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like it either. Would be a Docker container. Would a Docker container be too much? You could make an Electron app. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna go that route. The whole idea is I'm trying to create. So if you go to my website, clarkio.com/streamtools, I want to start aggregating all the stuff that I build for streaming here. So like one of them being the VS Code highlighter, but this just points directly to the repository if I open that. And I guess I could just do the same thing for the other one. I can break out the face cam scene switcher into its separate repo. And then I can just put this, actually, all this really can just go under my projects page right here, which is ginormous right now. You get the idea. So my thought was it's simple and easy enough to just run it in the browser. That's how I was doing it when I first was figuring this whole project out. So why don't I just host it on my own website so I don't have to keep running it locally on my machine? And then that way other people can try and use it too. You know, that was the idea behind it, was share. Build it, share it, make it easy for me to access and for other people to access when they want to run it on their own streams. And, you know, it seems like, to me, it's like, I don't see it. The fact that I have to spin up a reverse proxy every time makes me feel like I might as well just run it locally at that point. Because I'm still having to run something on my machine. I still have to spin up something on my machine. The idea for me was break this out into a separate website that just runs on my website, and then I don't have to run anything locally on my machine exactly like that. You know, any custom software on my machine. But now I am because of this caddy situation, you know. So can you turn it into an OBS plugin? Oh, like a reverse proxy to the WebSocket? Ideally, what should be the case is if the OBS WebSocket itself, we go, where's the repo? Right here. I wonder if there's any issues on this. WSS closed. Crashing OBS on exit. In general, hanging HTTPS connection not working. Yeah, let's see what this says. I don't know if it is the fault of the OBS WebSocket itself or that I'm using, but it can't seem to get it working. HTTPS connection, I need it because github.io pages are all, yeah, I tried it, yeah. Currently doesn't support TLS connections. This isn't planned for now, but certainly will be at some point. That was 2017. Yeah, I know that.
And thanks for joining today, Chamber_music_.
What's up, Chamber Music? Welcome in, happy to have you here. You're not a first-time chatter. Did that not work? Color glow. Is it still not working? Because you got to do a hex color format. That's why. You got to do, like, if you want to do red, it's going to be RGB, RGB. No. Still not working. Oh. Sorry about that. It's not working. I gotta fix it. ngrok can help in the meantime. It can act as a proxy for non-secure traffic that can be secured. The quickest solution is probably put an S tunnel in front of it and get a basic TLS. This is not for beginners. You have to know about SSL certificates. Yep. If this ever happens, it'll need either a way to plug in a certificate or some way to tell the browser that a self-signed cert is acceptable. Easier is to set up a custom subdomain with GitHub Pages, which I've done for my WebSocket client. Don't need to buy an additional domain as long as you have a domain that you can create a CNAME under. For what it's worth, it's a remote volume controller. Agreed. Doesn't matter what domain it is, either $1 a year or less on the sale. Use Nginx reverse proxy. I also love this feature. Has there been plans on revisiting this? +1. Some documentation. If you want to expose the WebSocket connection remotely and or use a secure TLS connection, the easiest approach is to use ngrok or PageKite. Oh, there's a PR. So basically what we're getting at is if the OBS WebSocket plugin, well, now it's not a plugin, it's built in natively to OBS. If that could support HTTPS, then that'd be nice, secure. Oh no, that's OBS WebSocket JS. Yep. Sorry, I'm just reading chat. Processing. So I don't, that's a PR to the client. This is for WebSocket in OBS.
An ad is about to start in 5,000 seconds on Twitch.
Sorry, chat.
There's an ad running for 90.
Music is getting intense, yeah.
This just became a job.
Dubsman with the 57 month resub. Appreciate that. I'm unaffected by ads. Glad to hear that, Ayush. That ad is so cringe. Sorry. I don't have control over the ads. That sucks. Thanks, Dubs, for the continued support. And everybody's getting up to like really long sub streaks. Makes me feel good. So this ended up going nowhere, huh? You can enable mixed content in your browser, but yeah, not ideal. Use cases that you can't use that with anything other than localhost unless you encrypt the WebSocket, because according to browser manufacturers, it's better to encrypt nothing at all than to encrypt some of it without all of it, even if the unencrypted part is on your own LAN. Thanks, browsers. Brilliant job. Yeah, there's something to be said about that, I guess, huh? Like if it's a local host, like if the browser should see, like if I'm trying to connect to localhost without HTTPS, like ignore it, you know? Yeah, here in SE, I only get one ad, and it's about a woman being hacked and how to protect herself. Interesting. Very on brand. All right, so we basically read this issue all the way through. It seems like it's not going to be supported. Maybe people put it under HTTPS. Anything else? None of these have anything to do with HTTPS. What are you talking about? There's nothing in there. It's HTTPS. It's like GitHub is ignoring my query. The only thing that worked was WSS. If they include links in their requests, they have HTTPS in the body. What was that in reference to, Sean? Sorry.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today.
I'm so bored, bro. Are you're saying you're bored, or I look bored? Do something different. Okay. Sean says the issue's sorry. Like if there's an image or a link in the issue, then it'll have HTTPS in the issue. Oh, I got you. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that there's a good solution to this outside of a reverse proxy, which I don't really like. So, all right, I'm gonna call it there though, chat. I appreciate you all tuning in, hanging out. I'm pretty wiped. What are we at? We're at almost 4 hours streaming today. Yeah, there isn't a good solution for sure. So maybe lobby the W3C. Yeah, no problem, Chris Jones. Appreciate you hanging out. So, logistics-wise, reminder, I will not be here streaming next week. Or if I am, it's going to be a very slim chance, and it'll be a short stream because I'm getting back from the conference. Be careful on your trip. Thank you, May. Appreciate that. So, definitely back on April 19th. A Slim Shady, definitely back on April 19th. And possibly back on the 12th. Keep an eye out on the video launch. I'm very excited about that. I'm very proud of the work that we did there. So if you're interested in checking that out, be sure to go to, let me get the link for you again. I can drop it in the chat. Check it out.
Every day.
I hate the autoplay on YouTube. Here's the link to that again. Check it out. In particular, the video that's going to go out on Monday is here's the direct link to the one. Okay, right there. Thanks, y'all. Have a great weekend. Have fun at the conference. Thank you, Miriam. Appreciate you hanging out all this time over on YouTube. That's super kind of you. Thank you for the support and hanging out. Hope you enjoyed it, got some value out of it. I know it got a little bit dry at the end because we were just researching reverse proxies and HTTPS locally and that type of stuff, but I learned a lot. I hope you all did too in that experimentation and exploration that we were doing there. So I'm going to call it though. Feel good about what we did. If you want to keep in touch when we're not live, when I'm off stream, and to learn of any schedule updates, that type of thing, the link to join the Discord is clarkio.com/Discord. That'll get you the invite. You can join there, share your Wordle results, your connections results, that type of thing. See how you compare to the rest of the folks in the community. Really just sometimes more people add to it, but for the most part, me and Rugmat are the most consistent on that. Rugmat even more consistent than me, so you can see how you compare. And what else did I want to say? I hope you have a good rest of your Friday and weekend. Okay? Be good, be safe, and I will be in the Discord if you need me. If you want to reach out, if you want to talk, if you want to hear any updates. All right? Peace out, Cub Scout. We're going to go raid. If you're on Twitch, we're going to go raid probably Chris. Chris popped in here. Planted that thought in my head. So CM Griffin, we're going to check him out. He's been working on like open telemetry stuff, cool stuff. I've been lurking in his streams. So he's a good dude and works on interesting stuff. So hang tight for that raid if you're interested. Otherwise, thank you for tuning in again. I'll see you next stream. Have a good rest of your Friday and weekend. And think about your wins of the week, okay? If you don't know what that is and you need a reminder, !WOTW in the chat to learn more about that. But think about those. Find something positive. See you, Triple B. Later. Bye.